said, she said. Shamika says this man Bobby's the father of her 3-year-old son, Jalen. Bobby says there's no possible way he's the father. Shamika says she and Bobby were in a committed relationship. Bobby says Shamika was hardly more than a one-night stand.
Hey, the crowd be so petty.
Telling the truth. You're sure he's the father?
Maury, I'm 1,000% sure.
99.999.
Me at my house a couple months ago because he wants to lie.
Really?
Yes, he was. Or he was swearing up and down how, oh, that's his son and all this stuff. It's all up to his ex. Whenever his ex is in his ear saying, oh, that's not your son, that's when, oh, that's not my son, Shamika. I don't want nothing to do with him. It's all because of the ex.
How'd you find out you were pregnant?
One day we were having our sexual intercourse. And I was feeling sick. I didn't really pay no attention. A couple months passed. I got in a bad car accident, Maury. I went to the hospital. Come to find out, I am 8.5 weeks pregnant.
Right.
I told him I was
tell him that?
I sure did, Maury. He was happy. He was like, oh, I hope it's a boy. I really want a son because he only had a daughter.
Right. So when you heard it say that he wasn't the father?
Right after my son was born, after he spent the first 2 weeks with my son.
Oh, hella petty,
And that's not the only thing. He comes back and forth whenever he's not with her. Oh, that's my son. Oh, I want to take care of him. How's my son doing?
Oh, when he's not with the ex.
Yes.
He thinks he's the father. When he's with the ex, not.
Yes, and he's not even the only one who thinks that my son is his. I even have family members.
What's going on, man? We just letting some people rile in. Listen to this ratchery.
Yeah, we make up words over here, man.
We gonna see if it's the father or not, though. I'm waiting to see.
Look at his nose. He has the same nose.
Since he hasn't been there for your son, your mom has filled the position.
Yes.
And your mother is here, Kendra. Kendra,
nice to see you.
Sorry, we late, y'all.
Hey, yo, dudes at my job be watching this shit all the fucking time, man. Like, this shit is a religion. My bad. Go ahead, man. Keep playing it.
Pause. Now, this is some free games. From the sounds of her, it seemed like, why would you fuck with her? And from the sounds of him, why would she fuck with him? He sound dusty and she sound crusty. Ooh, and that was a rhyme right there. What'd he say?
Yeah, what Bobby say?
I don't know his name or when he was born because he's not my baby. I love babies, my babies, but not babies that aren't mine. I have strong to make it be.
Petty. Shaniqua. You're not supposed to be fucking chicks named Shaniqua Raw anyways.
Yeah, we're gonna get on that, Afi. We're gonna get on what you just said.
She was doomed to fail by her name.
Hey, yo, Afi, man, we got 10 in the chat now, man. This is getting me riled up already, man. SJ3 got something in the chat. Toxic got something in the chat. It's getting me riled up already, man. Yeah, 10 people watching is 10 likes. That's what I'm talking about. 10 people watching, 10 likes. There we go.
What's up, y'all? We on in a minute. It'll be worth it. We gave y'all 5 hours. Chill out. We gotta know who the father is before we move on.
You are
just
not
my luck he gonna be the father. Clown me because I didn't preview this.
You are not the father.
Hey, y'all press. Is he the father or not? Y'all put is he the father or not the father in the chat.
I say not. Not. Hold on.
He done about to hit that bitch.
she was having a baby.
Well, I ain't found out. I found out from the hood.
Bring the test in, Maury. With a test.
Sounds like there's nothing to do but fucking drink in they town, man.
We're gonna find out the truth right now.
Let's find out the truth, Maury.
Put it in there. Is he the father or not the father?
If you're the father, this is your only son, so you would take care of him.
I take care of my kids.
Absolutely. Okay.
You sure, nigga?
When it comes to 3-year-old Jalen, Bobby, you are not.
What a surprise.
Where my money at? Where my money? Let's go, man.
What a surprise.
Exactly. What's my prize, man? Where my money at? Word. Bitch
Hey,
better have
how
my
much money
money.
for playing this music, though?
Bitch better have my money.
Hold on. We coming now. We got to have an intro now. That was just,
Baby mama, son. Speak on this. My baby mama.
Shout out to Oakland. Loonies.
Playing with babies and trying to break your player partner. Wonder why we blaze weed and steadily smoking marijuana. Your baby mama. Your mama. My baby mama. Probably been screwed by so many dudes that she confused. Keep making.
You heard that? All of this, gang?
Like you and I'm blue and hot, all pin doing ICE. That baby's
Hey, the
a
chat
look
popping.
like me, girl, use a lie. Now who the mind? Where we get that big ass head from? Looking like a baby Max head drum. Plotting it till my bread come. So she can try to sue me and do me in like they did my man numb, my baby mama. The typical groupie. She watched me go from squatting no hoopy to clocking Lucci. I'm the crowd. I see women lobbing me coochie like catch. Go smoke a lot, Rolex stretching the crowd. Grab a veg.
Oh shit, Lawrence twin brother made it here, man.
Out support. Throw up your hands if you go in the court. Ay, the life that you live is long, not short. Ay, you catch a nigga like me smoking weed on the porch with your baby mama. Why y'all be crazy?
Your baby mama. Your mama. What's going on this evening? Super Friends Sundays. We have Red Pill Chauvinist, Lawrence D. Adams, and Afi Kingdom, Attraction Mansion. He'll slide through a little later, and maybe some special guests for y'all. Y'all check in, man. Appreciate y'all being here this early Sunday for me evening. Y'all go ahead and check in. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I'm just holding myself back, man, because I'm ready to go in on this topic, man. But I want to, make sure everybody introduce themselves before I go on my little rant, man. Hey, I might as well introduce myself, Red Pill Chauvinist. Everybody check out the Red Pill Chauvinist channel. When we talk about, well, first I can tell you about the travel vlog. Been a few different places. Y'all can check that out. I'm talking about traveling abroad, and I'm not talking about abroad. Also, I'm talking about confidence and how you gain confidence. And lastly, there's a book called The Manipulated Man. It talks about female true nature. Y'all should go check it out. I do a couple episodes on that too. So that's me, man.
Caviar.
Caviar. I like that nickname for the gray beard.
Caviar.
This is Lawrence D. Adams, Graybeard Chronicles, Mr. L, aka 47. I want to thank this esteemed panel that we have here, Alpha Kingdom, Red Pill Chauvinist, and today you're going to learn something and not just be entertained. You're dealing with the best, forget all about the rest. We about to drop some knowledge.
Hey, yo, Lawrence D, when's your birthday, man?
My birthday is actually Monday. I'll be turning 47 years old tomorrow. I turn 47 tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Happy early birthday, man.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. 47. It's an honor and a privilege to make it this far, but also it's more of an honor when you have this kind of knowledge of red pill information, not only to know it, but to live it in every aspect of your life.
100%, man. 47 years young, man. A fine wine, man. That's another thing these dudes got to understand. Women will try to shame you for being older with no kids or not married and so on and so forth. But you got to understand, men age like fine wine. I'm not going to say how women age.
All right, man. Let me see what's in the chat. The chat, see. What up, Solo TV?
Hey, yo.
Marco.
Hey,
Marco.
yo. Afi, let me start it off, man. You talking about you want to go to the chat?
Go ahead.
I see something in the, I see something in the
Oh,
chat.
You got
I see
Solo,
something.
Solo TV. You got a new you changed your icon?
Yeah, fam. You know what I'm saying? I just changed. What's going on, y'all? Was popping? I finally made it.
Solo TV, what up, man? Peace to you, man.
Hey, peace to everybody on the panel, man. I appreciate Afi having me on. You know, I'm just here to soak up some game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Shout out to C. Douglas for the super chat. Shout out to BOA.
C. Doug.
What
Hey,
up?
yo. So the topic is baby mamas, single mothers, whatever the case may be. But I will be honest, man. We can't move into this conversation without first addressing, you know what I mean? Because we're a channel that talks about men, you know, being able to control your emotions, you know what I'm saying, use logic, reason, so on and so forth. So before we can have a conversation about baby mamas and single mothers, we got to talk about these dudes going up raw, up in anything and splashing up in it. Like, dude, fellas, everybody listen, man. We got to be more responsible. Like, we can't be on some, well, you know, I was drunk and that's why I, you know, smash raw, or, you know what I mean? Like, or I ain't get pussy in this much time, so that's why I decided to smash the 5. Like, y'all got to understand, man, I work in healthcare. Not only do I work in healthcare, from time to time, I specifically work in labor and delivery, obstetrics. Basically, I work around pregnant women. You know what I noticed the most about pregnant women and around being around pregnant women is the fact I rarely, not never, I rarely see another male around them. It's usually their other daughters, their mother, their aunt, or their girlfriends. So I say that to say, especially in the black community, they're talking about the black woman is the backbone of the community. Well, if that's the case, look at our community. Like, we got a bunch of Pookie and Ray Rays. Everybody's going to jail or in the grave. But then at the same time, when I say, like, you know, if I were to say that they fucking up the hood, I would have to say the fellas is fucking it up even more because they the ones spreading their seeds. We are the gods walking this earth. We are the creators. They are the soil. They are considered what? Mother Earth, but we are the seed. We are the farmers. You got to decide where you put your seed, where you harvest your seed, man. But not only are dudes dropping their seeds wherever, they just letting it go, not even tending to it. And we as men know that women are emotional. So you're going to tell me you're going to lay your seed somewhere and have an emotional being, raise your child who will eventually be a citizen of this planet, man, of this earth where we at right now? Why do you think we fucked up right now? Growing up, I thought it was, you know, growing up for me, it was the crackhead baby. Nah, not now, man. It ain't the crackhead baby. It's the single mother baby. It's the one who I'm telling you, it's these babies who never had a man, not a male, never had a man in the house. So with that situation, it's which came first, you know what I'm saying, the chicken or the egg, as far as who's to blame. Is the man to blame for not putting this for putting the seed somewhere wrong, or is it the woman for deciding to let, like we said with the Maury introduction? Yo, let's talk about the Maury real quick. In order for Maury to thrive the way he's thriving with his shows, let's be clear. He has women on his shows who are checking to see who's the father, okay? Like I said, I work in healthcare. Just in case nobody really broke it down, let's break it down. For those chicks to be on that show wondering if 10, 12 different dudes are the baby daddy, that must mean that 10 to 12 dudes not only smashed raw, splashed in it, all within a small period of time.
Thanks.
You understand that? And you sticking your raw dick in that? Come on, man. Come on, man. When I started learning about the different diseases you could fucking get from the poo-tang, matter of fact, I go even further. I said it before and I say it fucking again. I worked in healthcare field to the point where I had, let's call it a privilege of looking at people's medical records. So I worked in a particular borough of New York. I'm not going to say which borough, but people might know which borough I'm talking about. But I worked in a particular borough, and I'm telling you, I had fly Spanish mommies coming in the spot, man. coming to the office for, you know, for whatever reason. I ain't gonna be specific. And when I see them, I'm like, oh, this bitch is bad. All right, that's what's up. Open their medical chart, look down the line, chlamydia, gonorrhea, 3 abortions, and you 19 years old? Holy shit. And that's not just 1 or 2. That's several. So once I looked at that record, then I would look at them and be like, if I didn't see this record right here, would I be even to have an inkling to know that this is her resume? This is in her history. And the answer for the most part was no, man. And the last thing I'm gonna say about it, as far as dudes being a part of this single mama stuff, the thing that got me upset the most is when even my dudes, I had a couple of my dudes tell me, they'd be like, yeah, you know, I'm smashing wrong, this, that, and that. I'm like, yo, but shorty live in a different state. Yeah, I know. I'm like, yo, she fucking with other dudes? I mean, I already know the answer to that, but I'm trying to see where his head is at. Oh, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm like, but fam, you smashing wrong. Like, all right, even if you ain't worried about diseases, like, you ain't worried about getting her pregnant, because you already told me you ain't trying to have no kids. Oh, nah, I know her cycle. You know, I kind of cycle. I know what days her period comes. I'm looking at him like, yo, fam, you basically putting your life on the line of what she tells you, because how do you know it's, unless you're actually checking, even if you're checking to see if her period actually came that day, hormones are wacky. So I say all that to say, fellas, man, you got to protect your seed, man. We already discussed on another, I think it was the Underworld episode where we discussed every time, listen carefully, I'm going to say it real slow. Every time you bust a nut, you're letting go of a piece of your mind, body, and soul. Every time you bust a nut, you're letting a piece of your mind, body, and soul go. Your mind being that some of your cerebral spinal fluid is in your semen. Your body, because of course, you're letting go some DNA. And your soul. Because like I said, you're a God, man. You're the one that actually put the spirit, the soul into the egg, man. So, man, be mindful of the way you put your seed, farmers.
Good. Shout out for the super chat, SJ3. So we got the legendary, and that's a rhyme, SOLOTV84. Now, I want to do a fun fact. Actually, SOLOTV84. Now, you probably didn't even know this, but he's actually like one of the first people I seen on YouTube. Because when I first started, the single mom stuff was really popping. Single mothers, and that was one of the first videos I seen in him. Matter of fact, I think that was the first video that I seen of yours was stay away from single moms, man. And that's why like I had to make a few of those just to pay homage to you. Remember I sent you the one, man, where I had to get into the spiff with the cat, man, and get our Street Fighter 2 on and shit. So Solomon, since I'm saying that to say, you know about the single moms, man. Give these cats like 5 tips, because it's some young listeners. And they be like, "Ooh, yeah, she bad, man. She got like 2 kids, 2 baby daddies, man. But she got a fatty, and she got a Lexus too, dog. I'ma fuck with her. She in nursing school, man. Tell me,
trap.
You got your Don DeMarco, Solomon. You got your Don DeMarco.
I'm gonna get it ready, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in the chat, Solo TV, aka Mr.
That's the first. Get 20 of those.
Yeah, aka Mr. Don DeMarco.
Pen and paper, I'm gonna count. Let's see if that's the ante. We gotta get a fire string. We gotta get 19 more Don DeMarcos, man. Let me get my pen.
Oh man. So yeah, man, like, so one of my first videos that kind of like took off on YouTube was called Don't Date Single Mothers. And I did that in 2013. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's almost 6 years old. You know, I dropped it in 2013 of September. And I remember, like, I dropped the video because at that time I was in my mid-20s and every chick I was meeting was a single mother, and there was always some bullshit that came with it, especially since I don't have kids. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, we don't have kids either. Well,
yeah.
An OG, but he been married. The rest of us don't.
Yeah. So, for example, single mothers, one of the biggest excuses they use if they couldn't see you is that they can't find a babysitter. You know what I mean? And so here you are. These women already have limited time, and then they flake on you with the babysitter excuse. Another thing is single mothers, that I will see, even if a chick had a master's degree, right? And she had like a good job, they was always broke.
Facts.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not making this like master's degree. Like, I get it. Like, you know, mortgage payment is a lot, but they were always broke. So these women were always financially strapped. It didn't matter if she was had how highly educated she is. It didn't matter. They were always broke. A third thing that, you know, that's some real shit is that, you know, as soon as you start to get like chummy with a single mother, all of a sudden the baby daddy want to come back around.
Facts. Better than you, I promise you.
Right. All of a sudden the baby daddy want to come back around. Now he's starting shit. Talking about, I don't want
to DeMarco right there, man. You cheating, man. You don't want us to get it.
Man, I don't.
That's a major key right there.
Hell yeah.
I want to give myself down to my.
That's major.
Yeah.
You always get a third or fourth party in the situation, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then the fourth thing, and I'm pretty sure cats can relate to that, when you first meet a single mother, even if you like keep it 100 with her and say, yo, I'm not looking to be a stepdaddy or something like that. I'm just looking to date or whatever. At first, they might be cool with it. They might throw you the pussy a lot, right? And do, can I curse, Alfie? I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dominance mindset. What the fuck we want?
All right, man. I don't, you know.
Go in. Just
you know what I mean?
That.
So like, at first, but at the end of the day, man, eventually she wants you to be the stepdaddy, man. She might not want you to be it at first because she's gonna lure you in with the pussy and the good food and all of that. But eventually, next thing you know, she asking you to pick up the kids from school. She wants you to drive the kids to the daycare. She wants you to pick up diapers. Next thing you know, you slowly going into that stepdaddy role, man, and you ain't even know it. Know what I mean? And number 5, Affy, and this is one of the reasons why I had to stop dealing with single mothers, man. And I'm gonna keep it real. And some people might.
Not to cut you off. It's required. Story time. You have to give us one.
At least one.
Story?
A story time.
Of course.
Mama fuckery. That's it.
Man, bro, I'm gonna keep it real, man. There was one single mother, right? Because
do your number 5 first. I'm just saying. Before.
All right. So number 5, man. With these women, you know what I'm saying? As I mentioned before, they're always dealing with money issues and whatnot. But at the end of the day, man, another thing that you're gonna be dealing with is eventually, man, is that they gonna have you come out of pocket if you ain't careful. You know what I'm saying? And for me personally, what I was gonna get at is when I made that video, right, and kind of went viral, back in the day. And as soon as I cut single mothers off, you know what happened, Affy?
What?
80% of black women in my area automatically got disqualified.
Oh, come on, you ain't.
I'm keeping it real because
DeMarco, I'm gonna write it anyway. That's a major key.
You know what I mean? Because that's
a statement right there, man.
Because and it wasn't by like, oh, I'm cutting out black women. I just said, yo, I'm gonna stop dating single mothers and see what happens. And most of the single mothers I ran into were black women. And here's the thing, man. Like at the end of the day, and I know, shout out to Affy, man. I see you in the live yesterday where y'all was talking about the alpha versus beta thing with Obsidian, and that shit was hilarious to me, Affy. You going back and forth with him.
Well, what you say? Obsidian.
Obsidian, yeah.
Oh, Obsidian? Oh, my bad. I thought.
But here's the thing, like, what you got to realize is that a lot of these females out here, they are, they get knocked up so young, and it's not always on their end. Let's keep it real. Sometimes it's a nigga trying to get the chick knocked up because he's trying to keep that broad. You know what I mean? And one thing I realized is with black women, finding ones that don't have kids, either you had to date like the young chicks that was like in college, but they was, sedity, because, at that point, I'm in my late 20s, or you gotta, you gotta find like the outliers. But at the end of the day, man, that's one of the reasons why I started to expand my dating options, because at the end of the day, if 80% of the women that you're dealing with of your own race have kids, why the hell, and you don't have kids, and no disrespect to anybody that does, but why the hell would you put yourself in that predicament?
yo. I was just asking my friend just yesterday because he was telling me how, you know, he's dealing with this chick and a couple of chicks, and every chick he named, he was like, yeah, she got 1 kid or she got 2 kids. And I was like, yo, fam, like, yo, tell me, you gotta, I was like, yo, I don't deal with women with kids. I was like, can you please tell me why you deal with women with kids? And he could not give me a reason, man. He's like, well, you know, it's just something to do. I'm like, but nah, man, I was like, yo, it's not, I'm not putting it on you, but for me, I feel like that's a waste of time. If she's just there just to be there, it sounds like she's just there to be piping. I said, yo, fam, right now, you ain't got no wife. As far as he has a daughter, but you know, his situation with his daughter is like he hasn't seen his daughter in 2-3 years, and he can't see her for like another. I ain't gonna get into it, but he can't see her for another few years. So I said, as of right now, man, I said, yo, it's like you have no wife and no kids. I said the options are open for you. Why? I said you look young, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third. You fresh. Like, why would you choose a woman with kids? And he couldn't tell me. And what I believe is, it's easier to bag a chick with kids, man. They have more insecurities, you know what I'm saying? They have more needs. They have this, that, and the third. They have less options. So it's like, I feel like dudes who target single moms, it's like they're going after soft targets, man. And that's ill. That's ill to me, man.
Mr. Red Pill, let me shout out these super chats. Shout out to Red Pill for the super chat. Shout out to JT for the super chat. And let the gentleman check in, man. Caviar, come in, OG. You definitely know.
Yes, I do, because
yes, I do.
It's interesting because even this little story here, I'm dealing with a young lady who does not have any kids. They go up there, let's keep it 100. I did go up there raw, but system that I use so it does not happen. She magically got pregnant. So what I did immediately, I began to take her and I began to put her through some regimens to let her know I don't play those games with the child unless I choose to. Magically, the child disappeared. Magically, she still wants to be on my team, but she's on my team sitting on the bench. So you guys got to understand the power of your seed. Something I tell my sons, when you ejaculate into a woman, you get 18 years to life. 18 years to life. So your responsibility is your seed. And what happens is these single mothers out there, because I'm a single father, yes, they are relatively easy to get. But I choose to deal with, of course, I deal with both. But what I would tell someone that's younger, if you have no kids, don't deal with a woman who has kids. As Solo TV said, you are now gradually sliding down the slopes into being a stepdad because women are nesters. And she's looking to nest and to bring you into the nest where you will never be the king of that situation.
Never. That's another dime right there, man. You will never be number one, man. It's counterintuitive because this is the fucked up time.
Hey, yo, you got to understand, man. Women have a survivalist mentality. So they're all about, you know, surviving this world, and the best way for them to survive in this society, in this system, is to have children. They're actually rewarded for having for being single mothers, because listen, I learned this in my mid-20s about the welfare system. The dude told me, he said, yeah, the way the welfare system works is, you know, shorty can't have a dude in the crib. I'm like, what you mean? They said, yeah, if there's a guy in the house, they're not eligible for welfare. And I just thought about how that could impact the community if that were true. And then that's been out since the 70s. So now think about, you know, all the women who are having extra kids for better welfare or tax reasons, whatever the case may be. And again, we got no fathers in the crib. I mean, in these communities doing anything. But again, I don't blame the female though. Could I go back to that? That's her nature. Her nature is to survive. And if surviving is having multiple kids, then that's what she's gonna do. Again, I put the onus on the dudes. You gotta protect your seed, man. Like, that's your mind, body, and soul every time you bust a nut. So understand, like we said before, once you understand reptile nature, that's one thing. But to use it to your advantage, that's knowing that women want your seed. That's why they'll play games. Like I've said it before, the chick that I lived with her because in the beginning, I was in a transition before I lived in my own apartment. She was cooking for me, cleaning. She was doing all these things for me. It's almost like it was her ambassador. Once I decided to actually live there, and after a year, all that shit damn near went away, man. So you got to watch out for all these games. Like, oh, now I'm on the pill. I'm on the pill. Don't worry about it. Oh, nah, it's just this one time. Like, I can't tell you how many chicks look at me crazy when I pull out the condom. Why is it that she want me fucking her raw, man? I can't tell you how many chicks talking about having babies with me when I'm telling them I don't want kids. Why? Because it benefits them. How does it benefit me just to have a child, All it is child support, man. Protect your goddamn seed, man.
Let me say this. It's interesting that you say that. I've touched and I'm keep bringing my sons up because generationally. I tell my sons, I know they're going to happen. I know me, I'm their dad. They're going to want to have sex. I said, when you get that condom, you take it off, you throw it away, you flushing down the toilet. But that ain't no but dad, you take care of that. Because I don't have time for you dealing with situations that you're not ready for. I don't care if they were 19 to 20 to 30, 40 years old. You don't want to deal with a situation that you're not ready for. And a lot of guys are dealing with women, and what's going to happen is when they deal with women like that, the manipulation is on an all-time high because they are looking and scheming on how to take you out.
Hey, yo, let me tell you how paranoid I am with that stuff.
I'm really tallying this shit just to let y'all know I'm not fucking around.
Let me tell you how paranoid I am with this stuff. I remember there's been, at least the last time, I remember I smashed the chick, went to the bathroom, threw the condom in the trash, finished using the bathroom, came back out. Shorty went to go use the bathroom, and I was just in the room just thinking like, oh shit, I should have fucking flushed that shit, man. She could be in the trash right now, taking my shit right now. Hold up, she put a bag in there. Does she have a baster in there? Ah, fuck. To the point when she came back out, I went back in the bathroom just to see if the trash looked any different or whatever the case may be. That's how protective I am of my seed, man.
And it's funny you say that because even I have a person.
Lawrence, is the call line open tonight or what?
I can open it up because I only can be here for about 45 minutes, but I open it up. Let me say this. Even you said my paranoia, I wipe because I shoot on women's backs. That's just what I do. I shoot on their back. I take the rag and I get it off her back. I got this. I don't need you to slip none.
Exactly. Exactly.
For all that, just keep it 100. I know it's Sunday's Jesus Day and all that kind of stuff, but I'm here to tell you, you have to guard your seed like it is your life.
It is your life. It's your mind, body, and soul. Like I said before, man.
Let me give y'all this gem. Now I gave this with me and Dr. BOA, man. We kicked some fire game. We did a 5-hour stream, man. The three of us the other night. It was fucking so much shit. But this is one point that I said. This is why fucking with the single moms is a L. So look, you meet a baddie, right? She's a single mom. So these are the two scenarios. For one, you're always going to be second. And maybe not even that. That's highballing me saying second. Because a bitch gonna have a job first, a baby daddy first, a kid first, then you. Let's say she puts you second, right? Or let's say she put the child first. What kind of woman puts a child over dick? So that's 2 L's right there. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Let's talk about dating a single mom, like you said. All right, let's say you do decide to date a single mom. That it's already a bill. This is just me. This is why I don't date single moms. They're already a bill. Like you have to do something with their child, like if their child's birthday come up, or if something happens, like for you not to do it. I'm talking about you're not just fucking this chick, like you're really trying to deal with her. You're gonna be spending extra bread simply just on the child. Like, and then you're gonna have situations where man, I can't deal with this part right here. You go to Shorty's house, you gotta wait for the kid to go to sleep, or you had plans with Shorty, but something happened with the kids. Now you gotta cancel plans. Like me personally, maybe I'm just selfish like that. Like if I'm dealing with a chick, I don't want a third party interrupting what I'm trying to do. A kid, baby daddy. That's another thing. Like Solo said, there's gonna be a point in time when the baby daddy will be in the picture. Now I gotta deal with another dude because I want to deal with you over what? Pussy? Nah, man. If you gotta be bringing something more than pussy to the table, and if that's the case, I'm just dealing with you because of what you bring to the table, not because of pussy.
Hey man, I didn't have bitches try to introduce me to their kids fucking first time and shit.
Hella early. Hella early.
That shit is like the, that shit is like the, it's the worst, man.
And then if you're dealing with a chick with a kid, or let's go even to being a stepdad, you know, you're always gonna get to that point where the child is like, you're not my daddy, and the mom's gonna castrate you in front of that child. Because once you get to that point, now what are you gonna do? Now you're living in a house where you got a 12-year-old boy, 13-year-old, 16-year-old girl who doesn't even listen to you. So that means they running you in your own crib. Cause what? Cause why? You still want that pussy for moms, man. You want to be that motherfucker.
You got some feedback. There you go, Lawrence.
Yeah, you trying to do that. Just because you're trying to be that motherfucker, man. Stop being a motherfucker. And that's exactly what I told my man. I said, yo, you's a real motherfucker. He said, yeah, man, and gave me a pound. And I was like,
Moto power up right now. On this bitch. Moto power up in this thing, man.
Moto power, what it do, man? Round this bitch, man.
Solo,
Moto, man.
Solo TV, you know Moto Power. You know who that is?
I'm not familiar with him, no.
I'm gonna let him tell you. I'm gonna let him tell you who he is, because I know that you know him for sure.
Okay, all right.
Hey, yo, Moto. Hey, yo, Moto, how long were you dating like single moms?
Round this bitch.
Or not Moto, I meant Solo. Solo, how long you been dating single moms, and what made you stop?
I don't even. So it was more like fucking. Until like 26, and then I just kind of like, once I turned 26, I just got fed up, man, because I done seen it all, heard it all, dealt with it all. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, because like I said, at that point, I didn't have a kid. I don't have a kid now. And one thing I realized, I'm pretty sure you can attest to this, when you're a dude and you become more successful in life, you're gonna attract a certain caliber of woman. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna deal with a certain type of woman. And for me, like, I remember last year I went on a date with a single mother. It was so weird because that was like one of the first time in years I had gone on a date with single mothers. And then I realized real quick why I don't fuck with them, because she was a hot mess. You know what I mean? And so a lot of people will say certain things, or people will say, "Oh man, you're cool, you're this and that." But when I decided to eliminate single mothers from my life, 80% of black women just automatically disappeared, and that wasn't by design. That's just how it was.
I can definitely talk about it, because I being older, I deal with single mothers because I'm right at that age where either they had kids or their kids are grown. So there's a whole different dynamic that goes on even there. You're definitely right. When you come into the picture, you're always going to be second choice. You're not going to be top choice, because she's going to put her child before you. And you would never be, if you're going to go into that experience trying to date or even trying to marry, if some guys will even venture to do that, because I made that mistake. I'm completely transparent about it. My second marriage, she had a child already. We only stayed married a year. What was one of the main issues? What do you think? The issue was her son. We could never gel like we needed to, because either her son or the father, who lived in Cleveland while we lived in Atlanta. So it was always an issue there, a back and forth I don't want to say even a back and forth. There's an underlying currency that goes on there that you don't want to deal with, that doesn't build the cohesiveness that you need inside of a relationship. So I would advise no man, if you're single, you have no kids, don't deal with women. Don't deal with women as going into relationship-wise with them. But if you're going to just have recreational fun, have all the recreational fun you can, but do not.
Do not get her pregnant.
Exactly, man. It's not that hard, fellas.
Y'all cats, man, y'all
that hard.
do a super chat because we got Mr. Don DeMarco doing the Don DeMarcos, niggas. That's the whole thing right there.
Word, if y'all don't know, word.
We got the Don DeMarco dropping the bombs on the Don DeMarcos. And if y'all can't figure out what the fuck that means, you don't need to be over here.
And you gotta understand, man, you got a lot of dudes out here who believe when you say, oh, nah, I ain't messing with single moms, they're like, oh, well, I guess you ain't fucking then. You ain't gonna find no bitch then. It's like, yo, every chick does not have kids, man. You can find women without kids, but that tells me how much they value themselves. Because you think a celebrity or, you know, or musician or whatever has a problem, you know, thinking about what type of chick he's gonna get. If you value yourself, and again, I say, if you think of yourself as a God walking on this earth, man, you can get any chick you want. So why me? Say what?
That super chat came when you finish. Call that one out.
Hey, yo, yeah, Lloyd Iverster, man. Shout out for the super chat, man. Brother, you just talked to my heart. Me and my girl broke up over her son. See, that's how it be, man. It's always at least a third party in that situation, man. When you're dealing with a single person. So what you guys think? I think I'm talking about a young dude. Let's say, when we say young, let's say, I don't know, 33 and younger. A young dude, not married, not single. Married, not married, and is single. Has decent amount of paper. Why would a dude like that start dealing with a single mom? And let's go as far as saying a single mom would say with like 2 kids or 3 kids with multiple fathers, man. Why would a dude do that? I think because it's high insecurity and low self-value of himself. What say you?
Hey, you guys want to hear what I used to think? How naive I used to be?
Hell yeah.
So my dumb ass, when I was in my early 20s, and you know, I was on that sim shit hard, right?
You finna give us a story?
No.
That's what it sounds like.
Really. I'm just giving you my mindset, man. Just giving you my mindset. Okay. In my early 20s, man, my mindset was, oh man, if I date a single mother, they're more mature than women that don't have kids because they have a kid. So they ain't looking to fuck around. Boy, was I an idiot. Now I'm gonna give you a story after. Now I'm gonna give you a story.
Time.
Told you.
So one of the first single mothers I dealt with, right, was this chick. She was native and black, right? And the first time I met this shorty, I met her. Y'all remember a website called Black Planet?
Of course.
Black Planet. I started getting it in. I started getting it in on MySpace because because you had to pay for that one. I wasn't ready to pay back then.
No, Black Planet was free, fam.
Well, on my side, I had to flirt with the bitches, but I couldn't talk to them.
Okay, now Black Planet was free, man. And I met this chick. She was black and native or whatever, and she lived like 20 minutes from me. So the first time I go to her crib, how come the first time I get there, she got the baby playing with the baby, and then she put the baby in my lap, and I felt so weird, you know what I mean? And so long story short, I'm dealing with this shorty, you know what I'm saying? I'm clapping them cheeks, and I'm clapping them very well, I may add. Come to find out, this chick had another dude. Now his name is James. Now I can say his name because I don't know the guy, and this was 13 years ago. But this dude named James would be the nigga that would take this chick to the grocery store with the kid. He would buy the groceries. She'd tell me he paid $250 worth of groceries for her and the kid. I was the nigga she would call to like pull her hair, blow her back out, and talk filthy to her. You know what I mean? So it was like the alpha fucks, beta bucks economy. But it was with a single mother. Even a single mother, they got that shit. And that shit kind of fucked me up because I was young back then. I realized, yo, this chick is trifling. Like, it kind of like made me realize that these chicks ain't different than the bitch that you meet at the club that doesn't have a kid. Matter of fact, they worse because they have a kid proof to show that they're not, they failed. in regards to making good life decisions.
Oof. Yo, let me give you a quick story. My man told me about fucking with a single mother.
You don't think that's a major key, okay? Some of the ones that's important.
Hey, yo.
Black Ram just taught me that. See, Black Ram just taught me that. See, Solo, did you hear the interview I did with Black Ram the other day?
Nah, man, bro. Nah, man. I'm so, like I said, man, I be so busy, man. I don't really got time to listen to other YouTubers like that, man. No, you guys caught me on a good day, man. But even now, after I get off here, man, I got to put up a new Patreon joint. But you, is that on his channel?
Yes, yeah, his channel.
Okay, yeah, I think he uploaded. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
But no, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because he said to me, he was like, Afi, you got to realize that you're not talking to your peers. So sometimes you say stuff and you just drop gems and go on to the next thing. So you need to learn this to just put it on pause for a minute. So just like that. So he embedded that in me to where it's like, man, that was a gem right there. We can't move on, man. That was a gem. So yeah, he just showed me that. Sometimes it's these ones, man. These cats need to really, because you know, a lot of these cats, they out in the dating scene, and that's what they have to deal with. So they like really need to understand this shit. Because what they do is they try to justify it. Like, yeah, she in nursing school. She in nursing school though. Oh, she a CNA though. Oh, she got good credit. It's still always a loss, man. You know, especially if you don't have no kids. If you have kids, I give you a pass. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because I don't have kids, but I can see if I was a father of two and I met a girl with a child, how we could make that work. But other than that, man, I don't see it. But go ahead, Solo. Solo. Oh, okay.
Let me say this. Let me say that. I'm gonna say something. I don't know if you guys ever noticed this. Let me drop this. Let me drop this right here. I don't know if you guys noticed this. Have you noticed that a lot of single mothers have an arrogancy that you owe them something?
Ooh.
And they are deserving of something because they do have a baby. So they want you to come up and come to their tier when they should be bowing down at your feet. Now, I just dealt with that yesterday. I seen a single mother yesterday of 3 different fathers. She acted like she didn't want to hug me or, you know, show some love to the doctor, to Mr. L, Lawrence D. Adams. And once I hugged her, I said, that's right, you put them titties right in my chest, just like I like it. She calmed herself down. Oh, I know you, and started talking right. But she had an arrogancy that, oh, I'm better than everything in this room. No, you're not, because you're actually low on a totem pole compared to the woman who does not have any kids. Y'all quiet, huh?
Just letting that breathe, man.
You know what kills me? Excuse me. You know what kills me about single mothers, and you bring up that point, is that they think that they're on the same plateau or plane as a woman without kids. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So they feel like they deserve the same type of dude that a chick without kids has, and that's crazy to me.
Hey, yo, Solo, I'll go and say they think that they're better than chicks with no kids, because I think in a chick's mind, in a female's mind,
I'm responsible.
If there's 2 things she wants to be in her life, and she wants to accomplish at least 1 out of 2 things. Either be a wife, which is kind of dwindling away in the society, and being a mother. Chicks, like basically put it like this: a 20-year-old who has a seed, and a 50-year-old who has a baby. The 21-year-old will now think she's on the same level as the 50-year-old because they both got kids. I see it all the time at my job, chicks arguing with each other because the other one be like, I'm a mother too, and I did it. I'm looking like, but your mom, you like 20 years old. This chick is like 55. She knows what she's talking about. But the fact that she had a kid, she thinks she's on a different level. So I believe women, single mothers, they think that they're better than the ones without kids just because they were able to bear a child, man. It's a mental thing.
Right. It's like, I call it the fat girl thing that's out. It's these fat girls who believe they're 10s and think everybody thinks they're 10s, and they act like they're 10s, but actually nobody wants to be with them. It's the same thing that the single mothers do. They think that they are the it, when really they are not because they are low. I got to say it again for that guy that's going to think about this in the chat room. They are low on a totem pole. They are a liability because they have a child. It is not your responsibility, especially when you don't have a child, to even engage with a woman unless it's going to be recreational with her. I'm saying this because I'm saying it from 40 plus years of seeing it, and how I skated away from situations, as I hear everybody tell their story, from women who tried to trap me with that kid. Then, if you ever notice, somehow let's keep it real. Their pussy just seem like to be magical, and they try to trap you, and next you know they want to make you have a baby with them, so you can be father number 4 or 5 or whatever, 2, number 3, whatever the case may be, or you want a little girl, I got you. Stay away from them, especially when you have no kids, especially when you're young.
Please say that again.
Stay away from the single mothers who are, if you are single, no kids, you have no kids of your own, you are young, stay away from them and just recreational. She's going to try to trap you with the leg lock. She's going to say, watch it.
Move too.
Yeah, I don't think they know what that move is. I don't think everybody know what that move is right there.
They be trying to get 3 more strokes and shit. Like, oh no, hey,
no. Yeah. I don't. You need to do whatever you need to do. Do not jump out. Put her on her face. Put her on her arm. Condition her hair. Whatever you got to do, but do not shoot up in that. Because what's going to happen is you're going on a ride that you didn't even know you paid for. You're going on a trip that you didn't even know you're going on, because you know why? And you can't even say that you even on this red pill information, because now you have just changed colors back to blue because of the situation that you're in. I'm speaking from experience. I'm not speaking something that I wish I knew. I wish I knew when I was younger. No one told me, but I'm telling you because I don't want to see no brother suffer from this situation like I had. It's not worth it. And let me tell you something Solo said. He said that 85%. Once you set your attentions and your convictions that you will not deal with single mothers, the world will open up to you, and single and women without kids will begin to burst out the scenes. So you're focusing on the wrong thing. You need to focus on, I am not dealing with that. I'm going to deal with only that. Let me stop, because I just came back from church, so you know the preacher's on me.
Dr. Marco, I'm going to write that one down, because we already... Hey, no, Solo, because before we started, he clocked on. Me and Red Pill was watching him. He just said, "Oh, look, he just got out of church." He had a church swag. He was showing us.
Man, yeah, just swagging off. He couldn't even help it, man.
He had his camera on at the time. He had his God juice. Damn, he changed your thing again, man. God damn, this motherfucker changed his icon every week. You gotta man. You gotta stick to one. Brand yourself, God juice. Let me give you some expo level games. So let me contrast that to bitches. See, just by you doing that, you're mixing the things up. Find out who you are, and that's your brand, and market that. Just for me, just being a content creator, I can't keep up with you. So I know that the bitches can't keep up with you either, just from that. So that's just some free games.
Hey, yo, you know my background, like I said, is in biology, healthcare, whatever the case may be, man. One of the things I learned about is pheromones. Now, the reason I bring up pheromones is to tell the fellas, we telling them to protect your seed and all that. Well, what I'll say behind that is study your lessons, man. Meaning, we could talk about all this, that, and the third right now, but when that pussy's in your face, when that pussy juice is in your nose, when them pheromones hit you, a lot of dudes get weak. I mean, like I said before, some dudes, they get some bomb head, and they go from red pill to blue pill instantly. Ready to, marry this chick and take care of all 4 of her kids. So what I tell dudes is study your lessons, man. You got to know how chicks are. the pheromones is real. I give this story about when I messed with the Panamanian chick. What did she do one day? She took her panties off, around her finger, threw it at me, and landed, just like a fucking movie. She landed right on my face, man, right on my nose. Took a sniff of the panties. Took a sniff of the panties. Now, if y'all know the story about the Panamanian chick, she was on some like, oh, I want to wait for this, that, and the third. So, because I smell the pheromones of the fucking panties, y'all could go check my episode to see what I did in that story. I did a lot of dumb shit. And pheromones is real, fellas. So that was the last chick that I dealt with in my blue pill phase, man, because the way it ended, that shit flushed everything else out. But I always remember the time that those panties, and I always ask myself, why the fuck did I do all that shit, man? And every time I think that, the first thing that comes to my mind was the panties on my nose, man. Study a lesson, man.
Let me say something, because I got to hit it, because I'm going to have to hit it and quit it. Now, we talking about the single baby mamas. Let me talk about the single mother who had multiple abortions that you know nothing above.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that.
Y'all don't want to talk about that, because the issue is she may be single, have no kids, but in the back on the spiritual side, she has multiple abortions that you know not about.
Cemetery.
The kids are yelling from the other side.
Cemetery.
So now, even though she looks clear and ready to go, do you know about what's in the closet, what's behind those closed doors? How she gave up children, and she still has that mentality of a single mother. Talk about it.
Hey, I told y'all again. I guess I'm the healthcare dude on the panel, man. Like I said, I work in healthcare, man. And I said on another episode. I worked on another episode.
You can open the doors. You know I'm a school teacher, nigga. I know the fucking singer. I got story times. We just chilling right now, man. I'm stories, boy. Woo.
Yo, yeah, hit us. I'm actually for a story time right after I say this. Tell y'all about this. Like Lawrence D said, you know, there's a spiritual aspect to it, you know, as well as a physical. So, you know, these chicks, you know, we talking about going raw. Think about how many dudes they went raw with. Matter of fact, let's play this game real quick, just so that we're all on the same page. If a chick lost her virginity at 18 years old, right, and she's 30 now, so that's 12 years, and she's a moderate girl. She's not a prostitute, you know what I'm saying, that extreme, and she's not a church girl that goes to church 5 days a week. Out of 12 years, people on the panel, just throw out a number. What's her body count by the time she's 30? That's 12 years of fucking. And no, I'm asking y'all a question. What do you think her body count is? 12 years of fucking.
Man.
Just so we're on the same page.
Minimum 40.
3 a year. That's 24. She was hot 1 year, 30.
All right, so we're about in the same range. I was saying about 48. 4 times 12 is 48. Yeah, I was about to say 48. So we're talking about knocking close to 50. Now, imagine how many of them went raw. Okay, smashed up in them. Boom. Once you think of that, then think about the fact that the box is not a self-cleaning oven. Okay. Okay. So I bring all that to say, in my job working in the healthcare field, I'm in situations where I'm taking out fibroids. Now, for those who don't know what fibroids are, that's like part of the chick's uterus is growing into like these balls, right? Science says they don't know what causes all that. So I can't tell you there's any science behind it. I'm going to tell you my speculation. Yo, all that DNA, foreign DNA up in there, that shit is seen as a foreign body by her body. And that shit needs to section that shit off. You know what I mean? To continue doing what it's doing. Yo, fellas, I've taken out fibroids the size of fucking, you know, the size of them little basketballs at the carnival that you shooting at the, yeah, family. Size of golf balls, tennis balls. So family, be careful where you put your seed at, man. Be careful what chick you dealing with, man. Like, I'm Super Friends. We keeping it 100, man. Like Lawrence D said in the beginning, you here to learn something. Like, you know what I learned from the surgeries? I learned that some of them chicks with that little pouch on the bottom, that shit ain't fat, family. That shit is not fat, family. It's a fibroid sticking out. Okay? Now you guys know. All them bitches wearing leggings and they got that little pouch. They showing off their fibroids, family.
Round this bitch.
Right on time, man. Right on time, man. Motor Power, what it do, man, around this bitch?
Man, just waking up, man. Smoking this goddamn good, just chilling, embracing
Yes, sir.
the game.
We on the same
man.
page.
Shouts out to goddamn everybody on the, Lawrence B. Island. African King.
Solo, who you is, man?
SOLOTV84. Man, Solo, we talked before on Instagram. You know me by my Instagram name, Major Banks 1000.
Oh yeah, what's up, bro?
Yeah, so
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you. That's round this bitch you've been talking to this whole time. Didn't
round this bitch.
Got a channel, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Man, it's an honor to finally get a chance to actually talk to you in person.
Hey man, honor's all mine, man. Like I've been overdue for one of these panels, man. But you know,
African is taking over YouTube, dog.
You know what I mean?
He got YouTube on lock.
Hey, we already know you got some round this bitches for the single mothers, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man, y'all be careful with that shit. Be careful with that situation, man. The single mother, man. I dealt with one many years ago. Matter of fact, Tito made a video about. I asked him for some advice about the situation about maybe it's been a while ago, but the video should be out there. Well, I had a situation dealing with that, man. That's not good at all, especially for a young man that's up and coming, that's really young, man. That will cause all type of psychological damage to you. Do not put yourself through that, man. It's enough pussy out here to not deal with that. Stay away from that shit. I'm serious. I really mean that. Unless you want to put yourself through pure hell, you won't want to deal with that shit around this bitch.
Round this bitch.
Round this bitch.
You putting your sanity on the line, man. It ain't worth nothing. Is worth your sanity, dog.
Word. Hey yo, I'm gonna
we both came. Oh, Don DeMarco, we that was the 21st Don DeMarco. He did it in express time, express game. We did it faster than we supposed to. Hey, and I just came from a bitch house. My nigga Red Pill know that because we just talked. And my nigga Moto Power just came from a bitch house because we just talked. We real players. We fuck the bitches for real. All of us.
Hey, Affy, man. Affy, man.
And know this shit. Don't just know this shit and don't fuck no bitches. We fuck bitches and we know the shit.
Affy, man, I want to ask you, man. Yesterday, man, because I never heard you heated on the hangout like I heard you yesterday, right? You think
the first time? Go ahead. Yeah.
You think dude was trolling yesterday? Because you were really like, yo, you need to be humble and listen to this expert. I was laughing and cracking up. You think dude was trolling? Because it sounded like he was trolling to me, man. Or what were you thinking, bro?
I was thinking that I don't know who the fuck he is, and why is these cats letting him talk for so long and he ain't saying nothing. So I just had to tag myself in like WWE, man, and I just seen something I had to make a save. Because he was talking bullshit for too long, man. I ain't got no time for that shit. I'm sitting up on this motherfucker. C-Book, let me hear you talk. Kevin Samuels, this nigga ain't saying shit. And I thought he was a boss cat by his icon, like, yeah, I'm the Don and shit. I start hearing him talk like, man, this nigga don't know shit. The shit he's saying is the worst. It's like, I talk to Simpson shit. Shout out to my Simpson, my Kings, and my players, and the ones on the grind. But some of y'all, man, y'all need to put it in the time. Because you got to put it in the work, man, to learn this game. You can't just hit me up and then talk to me and just think you're just going to be out there finessing, man.
See,
you got to take some L's first, man. You got to feel, I hear you, Solo. You got to feel defeat before you get up and retreat, man.
That's the problem. We have guys. That's the problem. That's the problem on these YouTube streets. We have guys who are just giving information just for information without experience, and they're talking out the side of their neck. And they're coming with female energy and not masculine energy. And so what we have is a misrepresentation of real alpha males. And so that's what you seen yesterday in that whole hangout with some individuals that were on there. trying to see who had the bigger dick. That was the problem.
Kissing contest.
Hey, if you want to be the first caller, man, hit a super chat, man, with a single mom fuckery.
Hey, yo.
Don't go and be like, yeah. So I was kind of, nah, nigga. We need the story, action. Let me give y'all a story time. Y'all want a story time, man?
Man.
Yeah, I took his soul because he had to really. It's like, damn, I'm getting yelled at, but he really saying some good shit. Let me kind of let him talk. That's how saucy I am, man. Simpian, where the fuck you are?
Hey, yo, can we do something and start doing something in the manosphere, man? And that's emphasizing the difference between a man and a grown male. Only about 3% of the population of males are men. A man is someone who can control his emotions, set his emotions aside, and use logic and reason to get to the best outcome. You know, I didn't see that per se from what's the dude's name, Afi?
Said the drop is on C Boogie Productions shit from yesterday.
All right, so y'all can see, you know what I'm saying, dude, how that dude was acting, man. We need to emphasize, we gotta start calling dudes males. That grown male over there.
Here we go.
Here we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Remember the age where they from. They age
Hold
where
on,
they
here
from.
we go. This you here online with this esteemed panel, your name and where you're calling from and your age.
This is Bob PG Ben Court. I'm calling from PG County. 34 years old.
You're 34 years old. What is your story? Now you're going to keep it concise and precise and on point, and your stories are dealing with a baby mama or sidestepping it. Let's talk about it.
Okay, all right. Well, my story is the fact that, you know, my daughter's mother told me that this whole mama thing isn't really where it's at. Okay, now to make it to sum it all up, you know, she was talking down on me, and then when her family finally met me, they was confused because they was like, okay, he's nothing like what you're talking about. And one day in particular, I call it the door incident. One day in particular, I told everybody we was gonna go out to this buffet, and everybody was all happy. They were just like, you know, they were just happy for me. They fooled with me, and she just had this real stank look on her face. And I went to go pick up my daughter and walk outside the door. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. I heard a voice say, "If you take our daughter out that door, I'm gonna hit you with this hammer." And I was confused. I was like, "What?" I was like, "What you just say?" She was like, "You heard me. Take her outside. I'm gonna hit you with this hammer." And everybody was confused, trying to figure out what was going on. And then she just went on a tirade, talk about I'm ruining her life. You see what I'm saying? I ain't doing nothing for the baby. I'll be putting beer in her bottles. Just all this other little crazy off the wall stuff. Mind you, this is just one incident. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to chill and take a step back off of dealing with these baby mothers.
So what did you learn about dealing with baby mamas?
Okay, what I learned was that, for one, you can never make them happy because you can give them the world and they'll still ask for more. Two, their baby fathers are always in the picture, always, because what SOLOTV said earlier, you see what I'm saying? The minute that you get in the picture, and you start, you see what I'm saying, coming around, and you get a little connection with the children, all of a sudden he pop up trying to be like, make it seem like he was this devoted dad and stuff. So that causes drama. Three, you know, if you got your stuff together and you see some fuckery, you see some dysfunction, you try to put it, you know, you try to put the kibosh on it, her family won't allow that. You see what I'm saying? They be like, oh, don't tell her how to raise her son. You know, so you're dealing with all this baggage. You're dealing with her family, her baby father's family. You're dealing with her bullshit. So I just tell people, like, just stay away from it.
Yeah, man. And I have a thing, you know, I got to run. You know, I got some business to attend to, but I'm going to say one thing. I'm going to break down the signs. I'm going to summarize it.
Heat up. Okay, you got to heat this motherfucker up, Moto, for you.
In the African-American community, right, say you have a woman that, number one, she does not know how to choose a man because she was not raised by men. She did not have a great father figure in her life. She did not have real masculine, powerful men who were providers in her life that she can look as an example for a potential mate. So she chooses men based upon superficial reasons that she sees because of entertainment and hip-hop music. So she picks a man because he's buying bottles in the club, or he may be in the streets, whatever he has going on. He has a car. She has unprotected, irresponsible sexual intercourse with this man. She gets pregnant by this man because of her poor choice. She then, after that, that guy that is the father of her child is not with her during the whole pregnancy process. Now, at all, he's not there when she's giving birth to the child. So that in itself is going to cause a lot of hatred and damage for anybody, psychologically. So when that woman has that child, that she transfers that hateful energy through her fetus to that child, and she also is forever damaged by that. And we all know in the Black community, motherfuckers don't believe in going to get help, or don't believe in getting therapy. So you're dealing with a damaged creature. She has psychological, untreated mental issues. So that is the whole summarization of why you should not deal with single mothers around this bitch.
Respect. And before I get off, because I know y'all got moves to make, I'm trying to tell y'all, take it from me, do not have unprotected sex with these females no more. It's 2019 and y'all still raw dog girls. I got hit with 2 paternity fraud cases. I'm telling y'all, that's some stuff that you do not want to go through. Everything that I talk about is from experience, from the baby mama standpoint, from the stepdaddy standpoint. You see what I'm saying? It's not cool being...
Wait, sir. I don't mean to cut you off. You said 2 paternity cases? What happened? Real quick.
What was that?
You said you got hit with 2 paternity fraud cases?
Yeah, you can't skip over that.
Not actually cases, but just paternity fraud in general. Okay, so the first girl I met when I was like 19, we was about to deploy. She was with a different unit. I was in the field artillery unit. I met her in Indiana and shit. So I busted Joe. You see what I'm saying? I'm shooting. This is like, you know, it was some Wild Wild West shit. I'm shooting the club up. And then I had deployed because she couldn't deploy because she was pregnant. So she was messing with another dude in the same unit. You see what I'm saying? And I just seen something that was real funny to me because she was trying to play the situation like, oh, he might be the father or I might be the father. So I was like, look, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the kibosh on and find out when I get back. I don't even give a fuck. So when I came back, you know, I called her up and I was like, hey, let's go take this paternity test. You see what I'm saying? Boom. She didn't even call me. She never returned my phone calls. So I just left it at that. So when Facebook came out, I got back in touch with her. And then I was just like, yeah, I remember you was calling me and hit me with all this bullshit. What's going on with that paternity test? She told me I always knew who the father was. That was just me being petty, trying to cause some drama. But, you know, she would have never. Granted, I give her all due respect for a victim and shit. But I'm just saying, this is the mentality of a female. She already knew who her child's father was, but yet she had me and another dude thinking that we may have been his child's father. And the same story was, I mean, the next story was about the same. You see what I'm saying? Like, these Jones know who they got bust up. I mean, who they are pregnant by. And anytime you dealing with a female, she like, oh, he might be the father, he might be the father. Just go ahead and cut bait, man, because you already know she getting tossed up. It's not even worth it, man. Save your sanity, save your seed. Hey, Mr. L, I surely appreciate it. I'm about to get back on these courses. King Fee, you already know what time it is. Solo TV. Hey, Moto Power, drop that red pill finance. Hey, listen to these dudes, man. Give me out a game, man. I gotta go ahead and smash out, man. I surely appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for calling in. They got less than, we got Steph, I see you out there. We got less than you got 10 minutes for the calling because I have to leave out. 10 minutes. If you're gonna make a call, you made a call now because I'm leaving in 10 minutes. You got to make a call. You got this esteemed panel of expert, extremely well-educated men who are going to give you definitely some wisdom. So you got less than 10 minutes. You need to do that.
Hey, yo, we've been talking about dating single mothers, but we never really been talking about, you know, being
mic is off. I've been talking.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Afi.
Fuck that. That shit was saucy. Look at that production. Look how Steph got on exactly at the moment that he got off. See, y'all got to know the saucy shit like that production, man. Go ahead.
Now, yeah, we've been talking about dating the single moms, but we really haven't been talking about the other side as far as being the baby daddy. Now, Imagine if you're a dude who actually wants to be a father, and you pick the wrong chick to put your seed in. Oh, you want to talk about hell? Now you got to go through court systems and pay lawyers just to hopefully see your own seed, man. Just like, again, one of my friends, he's going through that situation where he's paid over $13,000 in lawyer fees and all that, and he still can't see his seed. How about that?
Well, let me
me
talk about it because I have experience. As people don't know, I have 2 sons by one woman who I was married to. And the case may be, we went back and forth, taxes, whatever the case may be. Child support racked up. I lost my job, got a job, lost a job. So, of course, child support keeps going. But it came one day when this red pill came out of the sky and said, you got to get this thing in order. I took her to a McDonald's. I said, enough is enough. We can't go back and forth. We have 2 sons that we need to raise. Once I set the order of what's going to happen between me and her, and no one else was going to be involved, her mama, my father, whoever father, I don't care. And I set the order, everything got in place. Now, as far as with child support, I can't tell you how much money. I had a lot of money I was in the rear because of jobs. But what took place, I had to go back to her and say, I need you to work this out. See, a lot of times you didn't shot up and you got these kids, but you got to realize you still have a responsibility to get her in line. And most guys don't have the gall to do that. It takes something when you have to say, even when she does not want to cooperate, you have to use the law. Most guys do not know their rights. This system, yeah, is slanted towards the women. But if you know your rights as a man and you know the law, you can use the law to stop a lot of things. I advise every man that's on this panel and listening, have all your assets in your name prior to even thinking about a child or being in a relationship. That they do not get hold of to what you're doing, your branding, your channel, whatever that's going on. Because if they can smell it, they're going to take it. I'm speaking because I seen it. I seen guys go down because of that. Protect yourself legally. Take everything out of your name. Put it in a business name. Protect your brand. Protect your content. Because if you decide to do that, she's going after it.
I love it, man. Y'all having a good time on the panel?
Oh, absolutely, man. Everything's fire, man. Hey, yo, let's be clear, man.
Hey, I want to super chat. I'm gonna get no. I'm not even gonna do it now. I'm just telling the cats down here before intermission. I'm gonna give y'all a single mom and fuckery story time, and I'm gonna premiere a new one I never told before, man. For super chat. The one I got lined up is a fire one. Some of y'all might have heard it, but it's a fire one, and I'm thinking of a fuckery one as I'm trying to figure this out. But go ahead. I'm thinking of one.
We was talking about the law when it comes to single moms and all that, and I was talking about being on the other side, being baby daddy. Be clear, man. When you got that child support that you owe, they take your passport away. Okay? I mean, you can't even travel no more. So yeah, keep thinking, oh yeah, I ain't gonna see my daughter, I ain't gonna see my son, but I'm still gonna do me. All right, you're gonna keep doing you in your own town, man. I mean, you can't even leave the country, man. Like, and I emphasize that, man. That stuff is a life changer.
It is. I could not get my passport. I paid $150 and they kept it because I owe back child support.
There you go.
You talking about I know. I know. Now that my child support is clear, you better believe I'm about to get some stamps.
Sticking.
And then all right, I just thought of this. You dating single moms. Dudes is talking about, I'm just gonna, for lack of a better term, I'm gonna pump and dump them, this, that, and the third. All right, everybody ain't 10 for 10. So let's talk about that dude who actually impregnates that baby mama. So now she already had 2 kids. Now y'all got 3. Now peep though, when you spending bread on your kid, guess what? You already know. She's gonna expect you to spend bread on the rest of her kids too at the same time, man. Like it's your own, man. Come on, man. You had 3 kids when you had that 1 kid with her, man. Why do it? Somebody answer that for me, man. Why do it?
Why do it? Affy, I'm about to dip, but I want to answer that before I leave. Is that cool?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go in.
Now, this is something that I said in my video, 6 years ago, brother. Is like, eventually, even if you just clapping them single mother cheeks, right? And she, you all up in them guts, moaning, feeling good, Eventually, what's going to happen is she wants you to be the stepdaddy. She wants you to be the daddy. Everything that she's doing is to manipulate you to be the daddy. And even if she got some other kids and the nigga ain't doing shit, she wants you to take responsibility of those kids too and adopt those kids too. And that's how a lot of motherfuckers get caught up. And that's why, and I ain't taking shots at nobody, but that's why you hear a lot of motherfuckers say, oh, I was married to the single mother, and then I took care of her children, and then she did this, cheated on me with that. Now I'm MGTOW. You know what I'm saying? That's where that shit come from.
It's like how getting a salvage title car and complaining when it break down.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You getting a lemon, you paid like full price, and then you wonder why this shit broke down on you. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, the issue is this, man. It's all about self-respect. When I was dealing with single mothers, I'm gonna put y'all niggas on some real shit. I was dealing with them broads for 3 reasons. 1, because I thought it was easy pussy. Let's be real. 2, because I felt like I couldn't do better. I'm gonna keep it real. And 3, because like we in a system, especially as black men, where it has become normalized for us to deal with single mothers. You look at, and I know people are gonna say, oh, you bring up other races, but I gotta say it. You look at white dudes, Asian dudes, they don't play that shit.
You don't.
Single mothers, that's why white girls know I can't get knocked up, especially by no fucking bad boy. I mean, they'll fuck a bad boy, but you see a lot of white girls ain't gonna get knocked up like a black, they don't play that shit. Because white dudes ain't gonna be taking care of no bastard children. Asian dudes ain't gonna be taking care. But in the black community, we taking care of these fucking kids. That's why these bitches. Let me calm down.
No, don't
heat up.
Don't calm down.
That's why we running around here having multiple kids by different dudes, because we black men, we ain't got standards in check, because we just willing to let it go. And that's why you have Black Ram making videos about women who hit the wall when they 40 and 50, where they got 4 or 5 different kids, and they still can find a sim to marry them. That's not fake. Those are real stories, man. Everybody in this panel knows somebody in their hood or in their life that married a single mother with multiple children, and he's the cleanup man. We all know one guy like that. In the white community, Asian community, even in the Hispanic community, they don't play that shit. But we do. And that lets me know, like, we as black men, we gotta raise the standard. Because if we raise the standard, these bitches ain't gonna be running around getting pregnant by, it ain't even about Pookie or Ray Ray. It's just getting pregnant in general by any dude, willy-nilly. But the fact is, you got motherfuckers that are willing to cape, willing to simp, ready to take care of these bastard children. And that's why in the black community, that bullshit has become normalized, man.
Nigga.
I just had to leave on a high note, bro. You know what I'm saying? My voice about to go out, bro.
Yeah, you can lose your voice in that, man. Hey, yo, here go the motto. Hey, yo, here go the motto, man. Here go the motto.
Steph,
go ahead.
Go ahead. You go and pass it to Steph when you finish. When you finish.
Yeah, I was gonna say, here's the motto: I will not take care of another man's ejaculation.
Statement.
Go ahead, Steph.
Point blank period. What up, y'all? I'm editing this YouTube video. I just shot a video.
On your purpose, nigga. On your purpose, double time.
Yeah, I just shot a video. Kill the anxiety and depression. But yeah, back to that. Yeah, they don't like that, man. When I turned red pill, that's when I first that's when I started first watching like Solo, O'Shea, and Black Ram. They was talking about the single mothers, and in my head I'm like, man, what the fuck are they talking about? But as I got deeper in the videos, why would any man with worth means want to take care of another man's child or daughter? That's like y'all joining my business, but y'all don't receive no profit. That's dumb as a bitch. What do you get out of that? You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. I fuck a single mother. Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? I definitely knock one back. But I wouldn't commit my life to no woman because I'm red pill. Committing your life to a woman is being in love, and that's not logical. You gotta live in the moment. Living in the moment is better than committing your life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta live in the moment for today. But as far as like, yeah, man, dating single mothers, man. If you committing your life to a single mother, man, you a fool. If you committing your life to a single mother, you either just trying to get some pussy or you a fool because she gonna put her kids first. You don't come first. The kids come first. Some of these.
Professor Mooktown, shout out to you. Shout out to Solo TV. Thanks for having me on the panel. I don't know if you see my comment, but we do this at the same bad time, same bad channel, so you always welcome, man. I just send you the link.
Most definitely,
Professor Mooktown too, Dr. Underworld. I gotta say the super chat, Steph. No shade, but if I do some shit and motherfucker don't say my shit, I'd be like, well, goddamn, nigga. So I just want to make sure. So when I'm looking at it, so go ahead, go in.
Yeah, man, like. What y'all gotta realize is that, you know what I'm saying, some of these blue pill marriages that's got kids by the same father, they don't even put the father first. She don't even put her husband first. She put her kids first. But in the book, it's how you're supposed to put your husband first. You know what I'm saying? That's what it say in the book. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, the book, the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It say that in the Bible, so to put your husband first. But, you know what I'm saying, feminism and I'm strong, black and independent, man, they like being single mothers, man. They really enjoy that shit, you know? And don't get me wrong, like, I benefit from because, shit, most of my clients are single mothers if I'm training them. Now, since my YouTube is getting crazy, I'm getting a lot of male clients now. It's getting fucking crazy. So, and I'm not going to be the one degrading them just because... my male clients is taking off. But what I will say, like I said on my Instagram, I would never commit my life to a single mother. I would never take care of another man's child. No disrespect. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. Like, I want to raise, if I decide to want to have kids one day, I want to raise my own family. How can I raise another man's family and call it my own family when me and his son ain't got the same DNA? That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
once you look at it like it's another man's ejaculation, man, it becomes more raw to you, man. Like, I'm not taking care of another man's ejaculation, fam. It just doesn't make sense to me, especially when I don't even have my own kids yet.
Facts. That's it. That shit is just it doesn't make logical sense. I always bring things back in business terms, like marriage. Marriage doesn't make logical sense because I'm bringing somebody on my team, but it's basically like they're profiting from the business and I'm not profiting from the business. What good is a business if you can't profit something? If I'm coming out with a course like I'm coming out with a calisthenics course, I'm gonna charge $10. If it take me 5 months to make the course, if it take me 10 years to build this business and she joins my life, i.e., and I get clients, and they're purchasing my course, i.e., and she's in my life, and I'm purchasing things for her, and I don't profit from it, i.e., I don't profit the $10, what the fuck wastes the business plan? That makes no logical sense. That makes no logical sense at all to me. Fuck a prenup. Lawyers can write that shit off. You gotta control your. That's why I got shit in my name. STEPISCOLD. You gotta put shit in your business name, you know. But that's a different time. We ain't gonna talk about business today, you know. They don't want to hear about business. Y'all just want to hear
about the tax ID bitches. And all that. Yes, sir.
Y'all just want to hear about fucking bitches. Y'all don't want to hear about how to own your business at 20 years old or how to invest in a PayPal business account. Y'all want to hear about that. Y'all want to hear about how to earn a profit. Y'all just want to. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Ain't no wrong working a job the rest of your life, but every man should have a side hustle.
I agree 100%.
Have a side hustle.
Hey, even my financial advisor told me that. She said anybody who's only working a 9 to 5 will never actually ever make money, man.
But I'm telling you, bro, because you can use like this. What I did, I used my 9 to 5 money as bill money and investment money. right? Investment in an iPhone, right? Because I need to record videos, right? Investment in certain apps on my iPhone. Filmic Pro was $30. I had to invest in that, so my videos will
in your
look crisp.
business.
You know what I'm saying? Invest in the website. I had to buy my own domain. It was $50. STEPISCOLD.com. Can't nobody take that from me. What's the website, Steph? STEPISCOLD. Somebody paid me and go right to my bank account. That's business. But y'all wanna
this
wanna
is
talk
movement,
about that,
niggas.
Brad. We ain't talking about bitches, man. Bank accounts. Let's go.
That's
we ain't talking about bitches. We talking about business bank accounts.
Look, we gotta call. I gotta go, but I'm gonna take this caller right quick. Caller, you on live with this esteemed panel. What's your name and where you calling from, and how old are you?
This is Travis Terrell. I've called him before, 32. Just calling back in. I chopped in, so I wanted to pose.
Brad, what up?
Red pill knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know these things about women and all that. What is a woman's true purpose in a man's life, especially if it's not going to be forever?
Good question. I'm going to have to let you go. I'm going to let the panel, you can listen in and have the panel answer the question. All right?
Cool.
All right.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Well, I believe she's there to be your helper, man. Your dreams are supposed to be her dreams, man. Your goals are supposed to be her goals, man. She's your assistant. Like I said, she's your employee. So that's what I think she's supposed to be in your life. But again, if you're in this American society, what up?
Say that super chat for me. It might be a question.
I don't even see a super chat on my joint.
Oh,
here we go. Here we go. Besides Solo TV, we got NYC Evolved 88. It says, peace, bros. Sadly, if we're going to even deal with BW, I guess black women, you have an 89% chance of dealing with a single mother. Time to expand and boss up. That's what I was about to say. He said passport life.
Hey, you know
what I was gonna say was,
you know what's hella fucked up though? It's like Solo said. The fact you didn't know, you had to figure out what BW meant. You didn't have to figure out, but you had to think about it. BW, oh, that must be black women, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you got to the SM, you already knew it was a single mother.
Right.
You didn't have to think. As soon as you confirmed black women, you SM, you already knew it was.
You
didn't have to think about it. You was oh single.
There you go. 1 + 1 right there. There you go.
That's fucked up though.
You guys have a good one. I'm about to put this clock in. You guys have a good one. Continue the panel. I'll talk to y'all later.
I appreciate you, Lawrence.
All right.
Yeah, what I was gonna say was
it's cold.
Damn, what I was gonna end with is yeah, if you deal with chicks in this American society, yeah, you that's what you'll see. But if you go outside the country, which goes back to this passport, you'll see these women playing their role, man, being feminine, you know what I mean, and like wanting to do it. That's a quick story. I remember went out to a foreign land, dealt with the chick. I didn't even want to deal with the chick. She came to come check me, man. That's another story. So finished smashing it out. We start talking after I'm watching the NBA playoffs and shit. I go take she go take a shower, then I go take a shower. After I take a shower, we chop it up a little bit more, and then she bounces. After she bounces, I'm like, yo, something is different here, man, as far as like my room's concerned. When I looked around, all the clothes that I had laying around or whatever was all folded nicely in the corner of the couch. She didn't mention that shit not one time to me in that whole conversation after I came out the shower, man. You know what I mean? These chicks out here, they'd be throwing that shit in your face. Look what I did for you. You're such a mess and la-da-da. She did that shit pretty much behind my back and didn't even want to tell me. That's the shit I'm into. But yo, what was the question from Trav again? Anybody remember the question?
I feel on mute. I'm trying to edit this video. I think he said, what was the purpose of a woman being
oh, yeah. I'll say it again. Yes, to be your helper, man. To be your helper, to be assistant, to be an aid. You know what I mean? She's supposed to help you maximize your goals, your dreams. You know what I mean? Because if you're in a relationship, you're supposed to be the leader. That's like a general in the army, man. It's like you're the general of an army and the private is trying to do its own thing. Like, how does that work? So, yeah, man, she's always under you, man. Always under you, man. And it's good to have multiple of them, too, because you're not just stuck on one chick. You know what I mean? Once, that's enough. I guess that's talking about rotations. Now we're talking about single mamas. Nah, single mamas, man. Somebody needs to answer that for me, man. Why even deal with them?
He asked it again. He said, "What is a woman's true purpose now that you have red pill knowledge, so you approach the situation correctly?" So I'm elaborate on this one. So, and then come from what he kind of said earlier, like, so for me, I have red pill knowledge. I'm single. I don't have any kids. Do I want a relationship? No. Would I settle down? No. Would I have a main? Yes. Would I commit? No. A woman got to be satisfied with the girlfriend experience I'm giving her. I don't have to, if it's good enough, if it really makes her happy and my game is that strong, I won't have to submit and marry her to show her that I mean it. You feel what I'm saying? She gonna know that I mean it by how I treat her and how I make her feel. So marriage is out the question. That was just my backstory to make it to come around and tell y'all why before y'all ask. So no, but the whole thing is, so for in my sense, what a woman to me is whatever I need her to be. That's what a woman is. So if I need a woman to help me with this, then that's what she's there for. If I have a woman to do that, then that's what she's there for. If I need a woman to be my 10 o'clock blowjob chick, that's what she's there for. If I got a woman who I need to help me study in class, that's what she's there for. If I need somebody to go shopping for me because my tummy hurt, that's what she's there for. You see what I'm saying? So that's why my game is so strong, because I'm so content with that to the point where my shit's non-negotiable. Like, I am so content with myself and the way that I live. My shit cannot be redirected. A woman cannot bait me to make me feel that my situation would be better if I'm with her. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Professor MGTOW, Dr. Underworld, check in, man.
What's happening, brother? What's going on, gentlemen? How y'all doing?
What's going on? You know,
hey, yo, Professor, what's good, man?
Chilling, man, chilling. Hope you guys having a good weekend.
FREEPORT, man. What it do? Hell
Chilling,
yeah.
man.
I'm resting today, bro. I ain't go to the gym today, man. I ain't resting like a hoe, man. I need to sit my ass down, man.
Hey, man, health is wealth. You can get some rest in. That's one of the most important parts of living a long life.
That's like 70%, man. Word.
Yeah. There was a couple of things I wanted to go over with the single mother thing. You got to understand, it's engraved into a woman to find security and stability. Once she has a kid, you take that natural thing and multiply it times 1,000,000. When she has a kid, she can no longer afford the luxury of seeking love. It's a luxury, and she can't afford it because she has a kid. So that becomes survival automatically. So we got to understand in our minds, there is no single mothers looking for love. That's a lie. All they have is a pussy and a couple of other traits, but they're seeking survival because they can't afford to have their kids go homeless. And as I said before in a couple of posts, if guys all went MGTOW, 70% of women would be homeless worldwide in one day or back with their parents. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand that. Another thing I wanted to talk about being proactive with this. If you know what I'm saying, because some of you guys might be in a situation. I've had a consultation this morning about a guy, and he told me he just found out, he just wanted to go do a test and find out because he don't think it's his, but he's already on. Look here, if you're in a situation where you have a woman that's possibly going to have your baby, she ain't pregnant yet, I'm going to tell you what to do, man. You got to be proactive, all right? Even if you're in a relationship with her, you have to put yourself on child support. Off rip. When a judge sees a black guy go in there, because this stuff stays on your record, when she sees a black guy go in there putting himself on child support and that shit is on file, you automatically look good for the rest of the 18 years. That's her first impression. When them judges open up your file, say, wait, this black guy put himself on child support? Off rip, you are going to be in a better position for the next 18 to 20 years. All right. And now let's say you're on child support and you go and doing regular shopping and shit. It doesn't matter. Let's say you want to go to the grocery store and spend $100 on groceries, but you pay $100. You pay let's say you pay $50 a week in child support. So you pay $200 a month. Well, she can just use her child support card. So you already on, you know, at the beginning of it, you put yourself on and you pay for all the relationship shit for the kid while you in a relationship with her with the child support card. But the point is that it's on file already. So when the judge sees you, nigga, you're already looking good. Now, let's say that relationship ends, you know, and the bitch trying to slam you and get you to pay higher or more or anything like that. Or let's say you didn't do that. All right. You go to courts, go for 50-50 and put yourself on child support so you can get visitation. You say that you want supervised visitation. This means that you're going to have to be supervised in a courtroom. All right. So what you do is wherever she lives at in one county, you move to the furthest end of that county. Therefore, the judge has to do a supervised visit in the middle of both of you guys. So it's equal to get to there. So if you're on one end of the county, she on other end of the county, and every time you see your kids, you have to go to this courtroom that's in the middle of both of y'all, it's going to be more difficult for her to maintain. Therefore, she's going to get more fed up with having to do so, with having to go meet every time to see your kid twice a week or every weekend at this courtroom. Eventually, it's going to strain on her more because she has the kid most of the time. All right. So this is called a Pablo spirit. You feel me? You gotta fucking, you know, you gotta be proactive and you gotta be Pablo spirit. You know, if you
explain that Pablo spirit to them.
Oh man, I'm nigga. That's a chapter, nigga.
They may not know who you're talking about. They may not know. Don't assume they know who you're talking about.
You right. Pablo Escobar. Pablo was one of the last free men to live on this planet. That's why Kanye West named his album The Life of Pablo. A lot of people didn't understand that he's not a drug dealer, but Pablo was a free man. When Kanye West was going through all that Illuminati shit and being cloned and all that, and he said the comments about the presidents and all this, the industry was against him. So in his head, it was him versus the world. And that's what Pablo did. Pablo was willing to use anything possible to get his goals done. So when I say you have the Pablo spirit, what I'm saying is if somebody backs you into a corner, you move like a sociopath, meaning a sociopath has no limits. So in this world, a sociopath is rewarded. For example, when you look at presidents and politicians and rappers and P. Diddy and Jay-Z, they have no limit when it comes to protecting theirs. So if you back them in the corner, if your family can be killed, if you can be killed, if they have to take down the whole government or take down the whole country, they are going to exercise whatever options, because the average man is going to say, okay, this is within my limits. That's not within my limit. But a person with the Pablo spirit, a sociopath, is not going to have any limits. He just needs to get the job done. And if you've seen that show House of Cards with Kevin Spacey as the president, he was willing to kill, do whatever to get the job done, which is being the president. There are people like that, and those are the people that succeed. All right. A lot of black men, women know you don't have the Pablo spirit. So they can just try you and call the cops on you because you ain't even gonna call the cops on them. I know niggas that put dope on their BM shit just to get them locked up and get full custody. So a lot of niggas ain't got the Pablo spirit. But if you back them in the corner, they're gonna fucking do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like he said like ghost and power. But going back to what I was saying. So if you, first of all, you put child support. If let's say you didn't put child support, so I already gave you one game, put yourself on first to control the dynamics of the whole 20-year thing. Second game, move to one end of the county. So the judge will get you a courthouse in the middle and it'll make her harder. Third thing, give her more money than the child support. All right. So if your child support ends up being, let's say you work a cash job and your child support come out to $300 a month, which is low, you give her $400 a month. You know what I'm saying? And then when she needs something, you say, nah, take me off the child support and I'll give you the $400. You feel me? So if you're giving her more, she has no incentive to keep you on the child support because you're giving more than what the child support is saying. You feel me? So you have to look at it that way. Women are always about the money. You know what I'm saying? And the fourth thing, because I'm not going to give you all of it. I really got 30 things because my lawyer chick deals with family law. So she told me all this shit. Fourth thing, if you go, what you say?
Dick him, Tony.
Exactly.
And this is why you mess with cougars. This is why you mess with cougars, because they have benefits and they teach you stuff. But the fourth thing, when you put yourself on and you go to court, you tell her, you tell the judge, we want to split. Now remember, this is talking about the Pablo spirit. All right. You tell the judge, we want to split taxes. Every year, I file tax claiming my son. Next year, she filed tax claiming my son. All right. And then what you do is, you know, without leaving a trail, a paper trail, you tell her, you know, you can go ahead and file this year. So let her file the next 4 years. And then you take it to court like, look, judge, she filed all these years. Right there, you get custody. Because if you go against the contract, they don't fuck with the contract. So you can do all that nigga shit, but when you're in the courtroom, you cannot go against the contract. So you let her file 4 or 5 years. And the next thing you know, all that money that she filed has to go to you. Once you go to court and say, judge, we had an agreement and she didn't stick to it. And the judge's going to say, you know what? Your ass is done. Boom, boom, boom. Give it to the kids or give it over the money. Period, man.
Hey, let me.
And I just gave you 4 out of 20 just now.
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
All
Fire.
Let me say
Fire
something.
gems.
Let me say something real quick. For one, because something caught my eye a long time ago. Terrell, he said, "That's a chapter. That's your round this bitch." Now, that's hella funny to me because that is. But the whole thing is that's saucy. See, I like witty shit, man, and that's hella funny because that's a chapter. That's saucy, man. That's saying so much by saying so little. That's saucy.
So,
I like that. Look, Red Pill.
Yep.
I was talking about Dr. Underworld back the other day, man. I was talking behind your back. Do you remember what I told you about him?
No, remind me, man.
Oh, I was saying that he like a brother. I'm glad I met him. You remember that?
Oh yeah, and I was saying, actually what I said was I said I didn't want to get too spiritual, but I kind of felt like I met y'all in different lives, man. Like we met before, man, because we clicked kind of so quick, and we haven't even met each other in real life, man.
Right. Then I called you amazing, fam. Did I not?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. It's definitely respected.
The intelligent niggas, it's a connection right there. Like it's a whole thing.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Freeport is on a different level, man. That shit he just broke down right there. That's like next level shit right there, man. That make me want to just have a kid automatically. Nah, hell no.
Like I said, that's only 4 out of 20 right there, man.
Hey, man,
go ahead, take it.
When you think the book gonna release, bro? Like sometime next year?
Nah, man. We got a goal. We got this year. I mean, I got a couple chapters. But yeah, I'm gonna have the first one done, but it's gonna be a few. But like I said, a lot of people be like, man, what you read, what game you got, and this and that. Like what read. It ain't about what you read, it's about how you view things. So whenever you in a situation, if you don't have the Pablo spirit, you done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some niggas got Pablo spirit and some niggas don't. I remember when I was in paramedic school and I used to work at the Chevron and do Uber. So I used to work at a Chevron at night, and this Mexican guy used to come in and be drunk and shit. But the white guy would always clown him, like, man, you little Mexican, this and that, because he was small. You know what I'm saying? But because I know, you understand, my mom and dad went to prison. So I know the street shit, plus I know the prison shit, plus I know how niggas think on a corporate white crime level, plus the streets level. You know what I'm saying? So I don't disrespect some small Mexican guy, because that small Mexican guy, nigga, how tall is El Chapo?
Right,
El Chapo, you ain't know. Exactly. So you'll see him and clown El Chapo, that nigga body everybody with your name on it. So you got to respect people, but also understand that people are capable of anything. When you understand that Pablo spirit, that opens another level of the game, because niggas be thinking with limitations. You know what I'm saying? When you understand sociopaths and narcissists and psychopaths, you understand they have no limitations. Then it opens the game up. Like I said, a lot of black guys are on child support. My homie put dope in a bitch car, sent her to prison. He ain't on child support. But you like, oh, damn, that's savage. That's that. You back the nigga against the wall, that's what he gonna do. And when you in the streets, that's what niggas do. So that's what they ain't about it. Niggas don't be understand the streets. So, and they don't understand the spirit. So they miss out 2 dimensions of the game, and they don't get the true depth.
like you said, people look at that situation like, oh, he's fucked up for doing that. That's his baby mom's. Nah, man. Get backed up in the corner, man. Exactly. You gotta do what you gotta do. Exactly,
Yeah.
man.
And nobody knows but me and him. So, hey, and I ain't gonna snitch. Shit.
Yep. Yep.
Shout out to the super chat for King Solomon. He said, thanks for the blessing, the congregation, wisdom, and knowledge. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's a good Sunday.
Yeah, peace to you, King Solomon.
Trav says Freeport got Oracle game.
Appreciate that, fam.
Trav said
Yeah.
that. Trav is the one who do my thumbnails. He the one made this.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing look cool, man. Look like Rick Ross on Rich Forever.
No, this is the Purple Haze camera.
This is the camera.
You ever see my joint Stick It to Him?
Stick It to Him?
Yeah.
What you say?
You ever see my joint Stick It to Him? I had a mink on it.
Nah, I gotta watch that.
I
gotta watch that too then. Stick it to him. That's where that shit come from. Stick it to him, Tony.
Yeah, stick it to him. I had the mink on and shit, man. Had the camera on in the beginning, I think. I'll send it to both of y'all because it ain't on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely do that.
And you too, Stefan. I'm not leaving you out.
You know I seen that shit, man. Come on now.
No, I know you know that. Oh, tell him it's the truth, right? What did I have? Oh, I had the Meek Mill at the beginning. That was
you had Meek Mill playing. It was motivational as a bitch, man. I liked that shit.
Yeah, I had my glasses on. I remember that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. It's fire. It's fire. If y'all seen Stick It to Him in the chat, just say fire if y'all seen it. If y'all know what I'm talking about, because Professor MGTOW ain't seen it and Red Pill ain't seen it. Tell these niggas that shit is flames.
Definitely.
I'm gonna put my Patreon in the chat too. Hold on while I'm bullshitting.
You know, another thing. Oh, okay, go ahead, brother.
No.
Another thing that was different. So I made a post about this saying the black mom and the black woman is World War III. For a lot of black daughters, it's like their mom wants to see them go down the same path and struggles that they did. You know what I'm saying? They really got a lot of envy towards their own daughter. So where a white woman will put her daughter on birth control at 15 years old because she don't want to see her daughter fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I know a white bitch been with 300 black guys. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, she still went and married a white man. Had about 10 abortions. So at the end of the day, the white woman has been, they know a deeper level of the game. Because for the black woman, let me tell you something. When the black one, how high is thing is to put a nigga on child support. But when you just get child support, you don't get half the pension. You don't get half the insurance money. You don't get half the life insurance. You don't get half the house. You don't get half the assets. You don't get half alimony. These are the things that white women want to getting from marriage when they divorce. So their end game is marriage and then divorce because they get all of that stuff. The biggest end game for the black woman is child support. So she actually misses out on a whole bunch of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get child support. But white women getting homes. They be 30 years old with a 50-year-old and they get the nigga $2 million condo. You know what I'm saying? Plus the travel investment party, properties in Europe. You know, black women don't get all, they miss out on so much money because they think small-sided. Everything is about the quick game.
Right
so
now.
That's why they don't get on child support. Oh yeah, this nigga, he a D-boy, he got money. I'm gonna go ahead and, I ain't gonna be on birth control. But the white woman thinks the long game. So she's about preserving her daughter and looking out for her daughter and telling her, look, get on this birth control, 9th grade, and do what you do. Don't get pregnant. Black mom's not going to say that because deep down, she want to see her daughter suffer too.
Hey, yo, it's the black mom that teaches their daughter, yeah, before you get that pussy up, you better get something out of it. That teaches acculturated prostitution, man. That feeling with a chick having no problem saying to her girlfriend, hey, man, you gave him some ass and he didn't even take you out to eat and this, that, and the third. Matter of fact, I was having a conversation with a chick and she was like, yeah, what's wrong with that? I was like, so you think that because a chick gives her pussy up that she needs to receive money or a gift? She's like, yeah. I was like, you do understand that's prostitution, correct? She could not understand that. To the point she was like, oh, let's just get up the conversation. I don't want to I was like, all right, I'm here if you want to talk about it, man, this, that, and the third. But it made me realize that in not all, some but all, But most women's minds, man, acculturated prostitution is normalized now, man. That shit is par for the course. That's just normal way of just giving up ass. Fuck out of here, man.
It is a normal, yeah. It is a normal way, man. Like they say, find a man that loves you more than you love him, because they already know the divorce is coming. You know what I'm saying? If you love, that's why a woman may find a guy that they love more, but that's early on. That's like the high school sweethearts, and maybe one relationship after high school, but they only do 1 or 2 of those. Everything after that, they got to find a guy they can manipulate. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's why I was writing a chapter yesterday, and I was saying I had to do that chapter thing on hypergamy, and I wrote that it's not just about the money, because a man that makes $300,000 a year who can't be manipulated for it is not going to be as good as a man who makes $100,000 a year who can be manipulated, because it ain't no good at just having money if you can't get it out of him. That's why you got to have a guy who loves you more than you love him. So when you walk away, you not hurting. You just step away and you're not all fucked up, because they can go back to a nigga in high school that broke them, and they ain't never want to experience that shit again.
Facts, man.
Listen, man. When it comes to love, I mean, you understand, love is an emotion, you know, and I believe, you know, females are, you know, the master manipulators of emotion, because they use it all the time. But when it comes to love, and we talking about who loves who more in a relationship, when the dude loves the chick more than the female in the relationship, to her love is empowerment, and for him in that situation is enslavement. Now, the reason why it's empowerment is because she knows, all right, this dude loves me. He puts me on a pedestal, so I can do what I want, treat him like shit. I can basically act like a child, you know, be a tantrum, and be rewarded for those actions. And enslavement for the dude, because he knows, fuck, I got to deal with this shit if I want to even get pussy on Valentine's Day, anniversary days, and stuff like that. So I learned a long time ago from my last long-term relationship, where I was head over heels over shorty, and in the end she ended up breaking up with me, that yeah, man, I can never see myself honestly falling head over heels in love with a chick, man. I realized it is enslavement to fall head over heels or fall, you know, madly in love with a chick, man, because it's an emotion. And as we stated earlier, we have to separate the man from the grown male. A man is someone who can control his emotions and set that bitch to the side, man.
That's facts. That's facts. I'm looking at the comment, man. One of these dudes said no cougars, man.
You're tripping.
Now,
I don't agree with that, bro.
You can learn a lot from cougars, man. He's probably not old enough. Ask him how old he is. He's not old enough. I know when I was in
everybody say how old they is and where they from. Matter of fact,
yeah. Let's do that right now. Then let's do that right now. Let's have like a little check-in. We're gonna have a little check-in moment. Everybody in the chat, I want you to put in where you from and your age, man. While you doing that, we're gonna you know, take this little intermission. You know what I mean, get our little teas, coffees, greenery, botanicals, whatever we want, man. And y'all put that in the chat, man. Y'all put that in the chat, man, and we're gonna get back to it. Because once we know, you know, where you from, your age, you know, we have a better way to you know, to calibrate, you know what I mean, this game, man. So that, you know, so we can give it to you in morsels, man. Like Mr. Freeport will tell you, go get your applesauce in the meantime. If not, man, you can get these red pills in, man. Applesauce 2 for $1.
Yeah, 2 for $1 at Walmart. 2 for $1. They got the red one with the red pills already in it too.
With a little cinnamon in it, right? With a little cinnamon in it.
Okay. The guy who said it is 41, so okay, I can understand that, because a cougar to you is gonna be a 70-year-old bitch.
Yeah, all right, boom, all right, exactly. Cause we talking about chicks around your age, Mr. 41. Yeah. So you're right.
He 41. I know he was an OG.
Yeah. I know he's seen some things, man. That means he was in his 20s and the 80s, I think, if my math is correct. No, in the 40s? Nah, yeah. Early 90s. Yeah, man.
20 in Atlanta, you better strap up, nigga, and do a nut check too.
Woo!
Jamal says to fall in love is idolatry. That's facts. That's facts. You see, oh man, that's fact. You're supposed to love with your mind. You're not supposed to love with your heart. There is a difference. There is a difference, gentlemen. You love the chick because logically, it's you know this. And when you go to the scripture, it says, "Husbands, love your wives. Wives, honor your husbands. The reason why he didn't tell the woman to love your husband is because they are incapable of it. They don't have love. They have love for their children, not for the husband. It's not that they're bad. It's not possible. All right. That's like saying go to a wild lion and make it a pet. Go to safari, grab a whole pride and make it your pet. There's a very slim chance that that's going to be possible. Probably less than 0%. So negative something percent. It's not going to happen. So we got to get out of this shit right here thinking that we can, a bitch is going to love. No, we're capable of love. And we shouldn't even, I tell a bitch, now I love you. You did this and this. I don't need love, bitch. I need an order. I need a cooperation. I need respect. So that means if I tell you to bring your check to me so I can budget it this month, you need to do it. And if you don't do it, I don't give a damn about your love because my vision is bigger than yours. You have a short sense vision. I'm thinking 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm thinking about the grandkids here. So anything you want to go spend money on some shoes and this and that, I'm thinking about the collapse coming. We need to go get that money and buy some ammo and a gun. You just want to go buy some heels and go out. I was with a bitch for years, man. And for 2 years straight, I never took her out. And all I had her on was saving and planning. Got her a gun, got her a car with her money. You know what I'm saying? I had her saving her money and bringing me a piece of her check. And then I brought her a car at an auction and had my boys fix it up. But it was all her money. So I don't need all that going out shit. Nah. I told, a lot of you niggas can't be with a bitch and living together and not take her out once in 2 years. No holidays, no nothing. A lot of you niggas can't do that because she's with you conditionally. But when the female is really with you and about you, you can be in a relationship with her for 2 years and never take her out. No Valentine, no Christmas, no gifts, none of that.
Hey, yo, Freeport, yo, maybe, we got to learn how to let things breathe, man. I think you got to let them say that again, how she's with you conditionally. A lot of dudes understand. Go tell them that part again, please, man.
Yeah, she's with you conditionally, man. It's contingent on you providing an emotion. That's what it's about. Our relationship is contingent on you providing an emotion of good feelings. And within that good feelings emotion, there's going to be a lot of flowers and taking out and gifts and this and that. But if her relationship is wanting to respect you, of respect for you, who you are as a man, then you don't need to take her out. And like I said again, there's not a lot of guys that can be with a woman. I'm talking about a real relationship. Y'all live in the same home and you don't take her out at all in 2 years. No dates, none of that. Just stack up. And she walking around. She ain't walking around bitching. I mean, truth be told, as long as you got, if she fuck with you, all you really need is a little Netflix or some weed and your relationship go good, man.
Word. I ain't point out the lie, man.
Stefan, you got something you want to say? Stood?
Nah, man, I'm just hearing y'all top up game, man. I'm the youngest, man. I ain't experienced enough life like that yet. No.
Hey, Cats,
but you experienced something though.
I heard you
experienced something. Believe me.
Solomon, I see what you said. I was in moderator mode. Sometimes I talk all the fucking time. I like to listen. Sometimes I don't gotta talk when I got niggas who know what the fuck they talking about and say shit that I want to hear. I'm here. Shit. This shit sound good to me too, not just y'all.
Hey, yo, shout out to people in the chat. I seen somebody's from Brooklyn, somebody else from Long Island. Shout out to y'all, man. Word up. Matter of fact, let me shout them out for real. We got Nappy Young from Brooklyn. Shout out to you, man. We got Mr. Self-Taught from Long Island, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Hey, yo, these dudes understand. Yo, anybody, all right, boom. Anybody on the chat who's not from New York, can y'all talk about the chicks that y'all dealt with from New York? Because when I talk about it, I feel like, you know, like, I don't know, like I feel weird talking about it because I'm already all around it. When I be like, yo, these chicks are fucking, now I'm not even gonna, you know, sway the panel. Y'all tell me what y'all think about New York chicks real quick.
Run.
Rude.
Now, why would you say that? Why would you say that about my New York chicks? Come on, they're flowers. What do you mean?
Bitch. Oh. It's other niggas saying shit. Slat.
And keep a pit bull and a shotgun on you if you're going to date one.
Wow.
They really are, to me, the most masculine woman on the planet. I'm talking every country.
They're like Terminators and shit.
Exactly.
Oh my God, man.
New York women?
They're like the Terminators.
New York women?
Yeah, man.
Damn, I ain't never know.
That's crazy. Y'all say that because that's how I felt. But my friends like, nah, man, you just don't know how to deal with them, man. That's just how they are. And I'm looking like, yo, I refuse to deal with that bullshit, fam. These are the same dudes who chicks are swinging on. I'm like, yo, fam, a chick has never even made an attempt to give me any type of bodily harm like that on any part of my body above my shoulders, I would say. Like, fuck out of here.
It's true wherever you go. The man you are, like I can be dealing with a hood rap. Like I had a lot of chicks like that.
Would y'all agree? Would y'all say Chicago is worse than New York? I don't know.
Nah.
Worse than New York? Nah. Worse than I haven't found a place worse than New York, to be honest, man.
Nah.
And the reason I say that is because every time I go out of state, I feel like the game is just that much easier, man. Let me tell you how hard it is in New York. When I went away to college, I met chicks that were from, DC, the Carolinas, Virginia, and stuff like that. And they were so nice and hospitable that I thought they were kicking game at me. Now, looking back, they probably were, but they were just that nice that I was like, just because they were nice, I'm like, oh yeah, they on my dick, yo. They say hi to me and shit. They ask me where I'm from and da. Like, and honestly, not all of them, but most of them were just doing that because that's just how they are around where they from. They were, to put it bluntly, they were more feminine than what I was accustomed to, man. So that automatically made me feel like, oh, they sweating me, man. They on my shit. Nah, man, they're just being feminine.
I heard Philly chicks was fucking shady and grimy. I'm right.
Hey, yo, that's where I was at. Yo, I actually moved to Philly, man. Hey, yo, now that I think about it, yo, I never dealt with a Philly chick. Every chick I dealt with was from outside of Philly. Maybe a different part of PA, but Philly chicks, man.
Who got the best bitches though? That's who got the best bitches. That we ain't gonna say out the country. We just gonna go statewide.
Yeah. Let me see.
I like Atlanta.
Texas?
I was just about to say Atlanta. Exactly. That's the first spot I went to my head was Atlanta. And I'm thinking like they're real hospitable. They got body. They like to look good. You know what I mean? They're feminine. You know what I mean?
You just see them,
man.
And shit. No big
word. I was first. My thought was Atlanta, but I haven't really done Texas like that. I want to do my rounds in Texas to see what that look like.
Man, Texas got man, bruh. They got them Latinas, man.
That's my that's my lane right there. That's my lane.
Yeah. Put it in the chat. Who got the most bitches? It can curve a little bit because we ain't got
not the most bitches, the best bitches.
All right, or both. I want to know both.
Oh, you said who got the most bitches? The most bitches probably be ATL again. It would have to be ATL.
Yeah, it gotta be ATL, bro.
If you talking about the most, I say ATL. I thought you said the best.
He said, "Yeah, Afi, them chicks in South Philly will set you up as soon as you leave the crib." Damn, see, I heard.
But I'm saying, yo, Philly's no joke, family. I never dealt with a Philly chick, man, and I stayed out there for like 7-8 years, man.
Cali got chicks, but I don't. These bitches don't know how to act. I mean, I know how to interact with them, but it's just way smoother in other spots. These bitches want dates first and shit. I ain't with that shit. I gotta use my finesse game to get how I want. See, but when you go over there, them bitches already offer to take you out and offer to do shit for you. But whether you got game or not, that's just how they interact, man.
What are you talking about? What city?
In the South.
Oh, the Southern Bells, man. Yeah, the Southern Bells are dope.
North Carolina, Indiana, Louisiana.
But if we gonna be a whole of America, I mean, shit, nigga, the Indian reservations though. Like we got to be real. If you fucking with maybe if we talking the whole America, places where the bitches on a farm out in Wyoming, because I went to Tennessee for college, so I know Southern Bells, and they're good. But when you go down to Wyoming and Idaho, or even Alaska, where they have Native Americans and farmers, nigga, those are some quality, man. I went down to Wyoming with a homegirl one time. We were in a cabin for 2 weeks, all right, and it was near a farm. This chick was out here plucking nigga. She was getting eggs from the chickens. She was killing the chicken, catching the chicken, killing it, and cooking, plucking all that shit. So this bitch got farm experience, and they used to not having shit but being on a farm. So they got low standards. as far as they don't need to be all materialistic and all that shit. Plus, they handy. So, fuck a bitch going to Publix, cracking some eggs and making pancakes or something. These bitches gonna go crack the chicken neck and cook you some chicken and eggs, fool. So don't you got? If we think about bitches on a farm and Native Americans too, bro.
Yo, this nigga Freeport took it somewhere else. My man, yo. My man with the fire.
Marco.
Down on the Marco.
I was wondering what you were saying, that solo thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the Southern Bells are dope though. If we talking like realistically, like major places, Southern Bells are dope as shit. You know what I'm saying?
We're not talking about outside the country, right? We're talking about in the country. Yeah, I would agree.
We
Southern
talking about
Bells,
in
man.
the country, man. Because in Florida, we got a bunch of Indian reservation. I think I told you might have heard on the stream one time how my boy, he went to this Haitian restaurant or Jamaican restaurant, and there was a Native American chick there, and she left her card, so he paid for it, and the nigga ain't had that much money. And so they was in a relationship. So she ended up dating him after that. You know what I'm saying? Because they go to the reservation and they come home. But she gets about $15,000 a month in reparation. As you gotta understand, them Indian bitches getting money, nigga. They on the reservation. They getting hella checks every month. They didn't got to worry about working. So she brought this bitch for a 1 year boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. She brought his ass a Hellcat, nigga.
A Hellcat.
A Hellcat. So don't fucking sleep on the Native Americans. There's a lot of good ass bitches out there, but when you have money coming to you till you die, your mentality is different. You don't have to be so hard. You know what I'm saying? It changes everything. That's why when a bitch, if you want a bit, you see a black woman is in a different element. If she's with an alpha guy that really a red pill guy, and she don't have to work, you're gonna get a different woman out of her because the environment allows a woman to become an alpha woman and be more feminine when you take away the job and all the financial stress and you take away her need to make decisions. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of guys are not going to see an alpha woman because they don't set up a mental environment for her. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas ask her questions. Yeah, babe, what you want to eat? I don't never ask a bitch what you want to eat. I tell her everything. And the bitch try to tell me something, we're going to have problems. That's just how I am. So if you want to, hey, babe, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? She can't respect you. She can't. Even if you're a good guy, because you keep her in a masculine frame, which is thinking. A bitch don't need to be thinking. Remember that?
Be feeling. Need to be feeling.
Man,
go ahead.
There's a Tina Turner clip that I posted a few times. You niggas on my page might have seen that shit. Where the interviewer asked, so Tina, what is your plan? She said, plans? I ain't got plans. My plans are Ike's plans.
Woo! Let it breathe. Let it breathe.
He's keeping her in the right element, because that's what a woman is supposed to do. As successful as Tina Turner is.
See, that's why I ain't got to talk, because I could just listen to somebody else say some shit like that. See, that's the reason why.
You know what I mean? You know how many bitches love Tina Turner? How successful she is? But how the fuck you think she got there? Yeah, he was beating her ass, but the nigga was also a dominant alpha. He was setting the rules. He gave her a plan, and she stuck to it. You got to get y'all nigga was talking about that the other day. You got to give her assistant work. You know what I'm saying? She don't need to be creating, bitch. You follow paperwork. So I said, look, we're going to do this show. We're going to do this song. You're going to sing these lyrics on this beat, and we're going to get to this money. The bitch was successful and followed the plan. Period.
Damn.
Words. Shout out to Solo for coming on, man. Appreciate him taking the time out, man.
Well, he did up too, though, didn't he? Look.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
I said, nah, nigga, don't calm down. This is the wrong game, man. You say whatever you want. I just want to.
That's the thing, man. Like I always said, man, if you in your feminine, she gonna always be in her masculine. That's why feminine men attract masculine women. And that's why masculine men attract feminine women. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Ain't no masculine man finna be with no masculine bitch. That's just fact.
Fact.
That's just fact.
And if she is, you still gonna bring it.
If she is, it's probably just for the sex, because she want to be dominated by that alpha. Other than that, the alpha ain't gonna be in a relationship with the bitch.
With
you know what I'm saying?
It's not gonna make her wet though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of bitches is in relationship with dudes because of what they can provide, man. Didn't we hear that yesterday? Shorty, what she said? She would fuck that Derrick Jackson dude, but she would get with Obsidian because he'd be a good provider.
That's true.
That shit cracked me up, man.
But here's the crazy part. Derrick Jackson is a better provider, so she was just talking some bullshit.
Yeah.
She was talking with her feelings. That's what she was doing.
She didn't want to look like a victim with all them potential niggas that can come on her page. But if you think about Derrick Jackson's a better provider because he a bigger simp. So in real life, she taking Derrick Jackson for the money and for the motherfucking simping and for the look.
But you know how women talk, man. They always talk in a way to try to make everybody happy, man, and to do what they want to do.
But we know it's red pill men. Like, that's a bunch of bullshit. Just like I was telling you about the chick that say she a virgin. You know, the woman is going to make the rules for the beta. The beta is the society. She's going to make rules for him. She's going to, negotiate with him. But in the real world, in the underworld, where a lot of men haven't been, you know what I'm saying, you're going to exploit her weaknesses. Bitch, you ain't no virgin. Bitch, you lying. Bitch, you like dick.
Virgin.
Bitch, you suck hella dick. You ain't no virgin. You just trying to lie to the beta. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I've been in the underworld since I was 17 because I like older women. You know, I'm with Freeport. I love me some older chick. You know, my first experience. I talked about this in my video. Her True Nature. It was like 30 minutes long, bro. I was driving the Sonics and shit, man. And I was talking about my first experience.
And you heard me try. You heard me try to teach Obsidian in the underworld.
Yeah, he didn't want to know about it. But
he was condescending too.
Right, because it's just crazy that you remember when C Boogie was like, you could be these motherfuckers be married for 30, 40 years and they got skeletons in their closet. And Obsidian was like, I don't believe that. So it's like he don't. That's just fucking crazy to me, man. Like, I'm just keep it a buck. Ain't no bitch for me fucking and sucking the same dick for 30, 40 years, and ain't no nigga finna be doing the same shit. Sorry. That's just facts. And masturbating is cheating too. Shit. Anyways, watching porn it's damn near cheating too. So, but yeah, man, like I experienced my underworld situation with a chick. She was about 38. She was Latina. And she was like, man, I'm talking about this lady was strapped as a motherfucker, man. And she was like, my husband dick just cannot get hard. And, I see you in the gym all the time. I'm talking about, y'all, this lady is in my face. On her knees, my dick is in her mouth. In my mom's basement. This when I was living in with my mama at the time. This when I was like blue pill. Like, I'm scared, fam. Like, my heart, I'm like, oh, my God, is this shit really fucking happening? But I didn't know nothing about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So now, fast forward my years later, I'm like, oh, I was the guy that was getting her pussy wet. You know what I'm saying? I was that sexual alpha in her eyes. Now, keep in mind, I wasn't, hell no, I was not, like, financially stable. Like, shit, I was working at Noodles & Company, if y'all know what that is in the Midwest. Like, I was working at Noodles & Company, shit.
What is
you know
it?
What I'm saying? I was a saute cook making $8 an hour.
That don't mean nothing to it don't mean nothing to the female instinct, man.
Facts.
They want what they want.
Her, but whatever she wants, she gonna get it. And that's when I first experienced that, I was like, man, can't no woman really be loyal to you unless you got all three of her imprints, the mental, the womb.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And you got something else that you imprinted her in your life. Other than that, bro, I mean, it's very, very rare that a woman is gonna be loyal to you, man. I'm just keeping it a buck. Especially now in today's society, like, it's just too much dick disposal. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much dick disposal, man. So yeah, man.
Facts. Yeah, like most women were guys who pay the drip fee, man. Like I said, if you can't make a drip off the imprint, you got to pay the fee, man. She needs some lubrication.
Yeah.
The drip fee. Woo.
No, that's in your book.
No, that's a chapter, man.
I know that's in this book.
The drip fee.
Yeah, the drip fee.
Hey, yo, they talking about Brooklyn chicks on the chat, man. Oh my, I work in Brooklyn, man. Yo, Brooklyn chicks besides Bronx chicks, Brooklyn chicks are a different beast, man. I'm telling you, man. I fuck with Brooklyn chicks, but yo, we talking about masculine energy. Like I be more so cool with Brooklyn chicks than me lusting or whatever you want to call it over Brooklyn chicks, man. Like my favorite's kind of Queens.
What part of New York again you from again?
Long Island.
Long Island.
So I'm out in the island with the backyard and the trees and all that. You know what I mean? With some sun.
Remember Rizzo was on here and he was from Buffalo and his vibe was way different New York than the type of New York.
Oh yeah. He's around a lot of open area, man. Buffalo, man. There's nothing to do up there but smoke, drink, and fuck, man. But around here, everybody's on top of each other, especially in the boroughs, man. And you know what it is too? I come to realize, because like I said, I work in Brooklyn. The Brooklyn dudes like that type of chick, man. Like they're not looking for feminine chicks. All right, boom. So I go back to this topic is single mothers, right? So let's talk about, the single motherhood where you're raising. I'm not even talking about homosexual dudes. I'm talking about you raising feminine dudes. You know what I mean? Dudes who are attracted to masculine energy, which is why they're looking for that hard, concrete, you know what I'm saying, tin boot wearing type of chick, man. That says, yo, that calls you, what up, son? Like chicks in Brooklyn be like, yo, actually they don't say that to me, but I hear them calling other dudes, yo, my nigga, what up? I don't have chicks calling me, what's up, my nigga. I just don't have chicks doing that, but I see them doing it to other dudes, and I'm like, oh, that's mad masculine. But I be thinking my masculine energy trumps their masculine energy, where they act more feminine towards me, where they don't be like, yo, what's up, son? What's up, my nigga? Like, nah, don't talk to me like that, yo. You're not a dude.
Hey, Red Pill.
Yo.
I got a caller, man. C. Douglas. He called me. He wanted to chime in on the single mom fuckery, man. So go ahead and C. Doug, check in.
What's up with it, man?
Can y'all hear him?
We hear him.
Yeah, I hear him.
All right, good. Go.
Yeah, what's up, gentlemen?
What's going on?
RP, I wanted to ask you something specifically, man. I've been on the road for the last 3 hours, but I heard you say something about I think my man Chauvinist. He was talking about what he do for a living.
Okay.
And he was saying something to the effect of, I think he said he worked in a hospital or something like that, and he
yes, sir.
Health reports and shit like that.
Yeah, healthcare.
Hey, bro, you was on some real shit right there, man. I wish you would have expounded on that a little bit, because I know a few people that work in the same industry, man, that tell me the same shit. And I saw a couple of cats talking about, y'all was saying like where the hoes at, and this and that, or where the best bitches at in the country. And I seen a few dudes put Texas, right? And that's very true, man. I just left Dallas for the Spence fight last night, and I just made it back home here in Houston. And I mean, between Dallas, Houston, and Austin, bro, it ain't nothing but some hoes, man. Every place.
Facts.
Yep.
But
I'm in Austin.
This is single mother haven down here, bro. Man, look, they got it ain't nothing to knock a bitch. It ain't nothing to fuck hoes on the first night. And I'm talking about the squares of the squares niggas can come down here and do it. You know what I'm saying? The squares of the squares niggas can come down here and get some pussy the same night, as long as they don't talk their ass out of it. But man, a whole lot of these women are infested with all kind of STDs, man. That's a fact what homeboy was talking about a little earlier, bro. I just wanted to point that out, man. That's a real fact right there.
Nobody's talking about it. Hey, yo, nobody's talking about it, C. Doug. Like me, I didn't want to elaborate. I know, I don't know if niggas is having breakfast. I don't know if people even ready for this, man. But the shit, you know what I mean? The shit that I see at my job, man, especially when it comes to women, yo, I tell my peoples, man, I've seen the pussy in a 360-degree, all type of radius. I'm talking about from the front, from the back, from the inside, from the outside, from the top of the inside. Like, I've seen pussy from every single angle y'all dudes can imagine, man. And yo, I'm going to tell y'all quick. Matter of fact, I'll say it real quick. You know how they say, with a skinny chick, you know what I'm saying, you could long stroke her, she could take the pipe, no problem. But you take a big bitch, you know what I'm saying, you give her half the pipe and she's all squirming and shit, you know what I'm saying, putting the arm bar and all that. What I peeped is, for me seeing from inside what the pussy looked like it looks like a tuba fucking.
Hold on, Red Pill, go ahead, C-Dub.
Hey, say this to you too. That ain't necessarily the truth. Man, some of these 115 to 130 bitches, man, these hoes can't take no dick, man. That ain't the case in with every woman, man.
Shit, my bitch can't take no dick from the
I think slim chicks can take more than big chicks, man, because they got less. Yeah, them slim chicks can take it, bro. Them big ones, they be out there tapping out.
Let me tell you why. Now, see, Doug, I don't disagree with you. You might be right. That chick was 130, 120. That doesn't mean she's muscular. That means she might have more fat than, you know, she could be. I call them skinny fat. There's bitches out there that's skinny fat. But the reason I say all that is to say this: when you look inside of let's say, a fat chick on the inside, like around her pussy, because she has fat, she has all these everything kind of pushed together around. You know what I'm saying? That tube that I want to talk about. The pussy's basically like a toilet paper tube, you know what I'm saying? And you have all these organs pushed around it from the fat and all that. When you smashing it, that shit, you open there smashing organs and all that. Whereas if you have the quote-unquote skinny bitch, man, you can look inside that shit, you just see the whole roll. You don't see nothing around the shit. So if you open in there smashing, you can smash all the way because you got space to, you know what I'm saying, long pipe that shit with no problem, man. That shit is all science, man.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
That's why I like them slim, thick chicks, man. Them slim, she's slim, but she thick though, not fat, but thick though. Woo! You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. When I was younger, man, I'm 40, bro. You know, but when I was, I'm gonna say between 16 and 25, I used to like the bitches with the biggest hips, and I'm a shape man. Like I like the overall silhouette. You know what I'm saying? I like a bitch with a Coke bottle shape. The old.
Yes, that's my type right there. Yes, sir.
I used to like that 140 to 160 range, super thick, plenty ass, all that. But now, man, since I've gotten older, and I don't be wanting the bitches that I do kind of interact with on a regular basis, I don't want to wrestle with all that. You know what I'm saying? I like a motherfucker with a small frame and in that 120, 140 range with a little muscle tone. Not masculine, but just a little
slick.
Hey, that's the best. That's the best, you know, for any of the young brothers listening to this, you know, that's the best thing to get. Especially, you know, I'm not a supporter of marriage, but you know, I don't knock brothers that want to do it. If you gonna get you a wife, man, and you between the ages, I don't advocate a nigga do it at all if you really under 30. But if you want to take that route and get you a woman that is somewhere between that range and without kids, like Brother Lawrence was saying earlier, man, because when you start, if you decide to have a family, you want to come into a situation where you can meet a woman and create your own goddamn family. You don't need to come into no ready-made family, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just talking to the young brothers right now that might desire that. You know, I personally do not, and I ain't even no supporter other than America because, you know, I think we all got enough sense to know, you know, how that shit ends. But man, my preference. I don't knock brothers who like them a little bit thicker. But also, man, I wanted to say something about, because I've been listening to y'all since pretty much the beginning when I sent a super chat. But Alfie was talking about, I don't know what the stream was yesterday that y'all was referring to, but I don't even know who City and Simp or whoever he is. I don't even know this cat.
It was on C Buggy channel.
Okay. Boogie is the guy you was telling me about last week, right, Al?
Yeah. So it was me, C Boogie, Kevin Samuels, ARC, and them are the main people. And the other cats I never knew before.
Okay, so let me say this, man. Let me say this. I chopped it with Alfie a little bit last week, man. So you got a lot of cats who I've been all over this country, man. And I done lived a pretty broad life, bro. And I'm gonna just say this about one of the names I heard, right? And I'm gonna let the brothers with common sense on the panel and in the chat, I'm gonna let you guys figure out who the fuck I'm talking about. Okay?
Yes, sir.
One of the people that was just named, I'm going to just tell you like this. Birds of a feather flock together. And one of those people not only used to work, but also lived in Houston. He was also married. And like I just told everybody, I'm 40 years old, man. I done been around. Real talk. And I got a home here, and I got a studio apartment off of Florence in Los Angeles, California. So I'm back and forth between Houston and LA quite a bit. And bro, I'ma just say this to you. It make me sick to my stomach to see a motherfucker who I know was a blatant homosexual at times sitting up here trying to give men. And I'm gonna emphasize the word.
I didn't know that was coming up. I thought he was going somewhere else. I'm like, wait,
yeah, for real.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait, huh?
Like I told you, I'm gonna reference another guy, and I'm intentionally not gonna call his name because I have respect for him. But I'm gonna say this, brother. There was a certain, I was in LAX airport last summer. It was July, early August, somewhere up in there. I want to say the first, second week of August, maybe. But I saw a very prominent dating coach, and I'm not gonna drop the name because I respect the brother. But I'm gonna say this: I had two of my students with me, and you know they ain't nothing short. Both of them are 9, solid 9. You know what I'm saying? At the time, one was 24, the other one 28. And this nigga was amazed at just what he saw going on with me standing right there at baggage claim coming out of LAX, right? And I was amazed at the dating advice he gives niggas on YouTube. I was amazed looking at this bitch that was with him. But also, going back to this cat that used to live and work in Houston, I go to Papados on a very regular basis.
Bullshit.
And I've been living here for, I'm gonna drop where they used to work. I go to Papados still today on a very regular basis. And this nigga used to work at Papados, man. And anybody familiar with Orlando, Atlanta, New Orleans, or Houston? Man, it ain't nothing. I don't mean no disrespect to nobody, but it ain't nothing but some homosexual guys here, and mostly brothers and Hispanics. So I'm just a big, me personally, I'm gonna say it this way: I can't really fuck with guys that don't share my same perspective, or we don't have the same common interests. So the first time I noticed this person on YouTube, I'm not even sure how I came across him. But he was doing I think like a dress tutorial.
I was thinking the whole time. I was thinking the whole time, man. I already know who it is.
And just let me say this, bro. Like, Chris walking, how he talking, you dig? And all these cats, I see a whole lot of, and I gave you my word. Next month, I'm going to come up there and fuck with you because I'm going to be in San Francisco.
Man.
But I just see, I hear a whole lot of this, man, and I watch comments, and I listen very, very carefully to things brothers say. And what I'll do when I first catch a win of a guy, I'll go to his page myself, and I'll go back to the origin of when he started. And so
there you go.
The evolution. Just feel me for a second. I'll look at the evolution of, okay, how is this brother coming across to people now versus how is he coming across in the very start of his quote unquote YouTube career. And then this particular person, man, I'm thinking about years back where I remember the face. I don't forget a face, and I can't really forget the name either. And say, man, I'm looking at this shit like, nigga, how you trying to give alpha male advice? And I know what saw. I'm talking about my eyes, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about what somebody told me or what some bitch heard. I'm talking about what I saw waiting on me at a table. You dig what I'm saying? So I just, it's a whole lot of fraud. I'm gonna say this. They got a for all the fake ass.
You sure it wasn't the client? See, Doug? You sure it wasn't the client? Or
hey, this a hell of a call right here. It's all trying to shit get it drunk.
See, Doug.
Yeah,
I put some blog site and shit for the man. Like, say what?
You sure it wasn't a client or a consultation or something, bro?
Let me tell you why, bro. Because I'm a dude, bro. I had a very troubled childhood. Like I told you, I grew up on the west side of Los Angeles, man, in the Slauson and Crenshaw district. Any of the listeners, and I'm 40 years old. I grew up at the epitome of gang culture, man. You understand what I'm saying? And what bothers me is when I listen to a lot of these fake ass pimps, these fake ass players, these fake ass gangsters. Like, man, I know that when I hear that. You dig? And a whole lot of these guys on YouTube, man, these niggas are in character. That's another reason that I mentioned my man in the airport, which I'm going to say again, and you know who I'm talking about, Ozzy, but I ain't going to drop the name because I respect this man. He is who he is, but it's not, his real life ain't as fly as he try to talk about. And see, mine is. And see, one thing I want to do, because I was in last year, I was in Cleveland, Ohio, and I need to find out who Brother Lawrence is because I like him. That dude dropped some knowledge.
Lawrence D. Adams.
I think I heard him say he's from Cleveland, but
yeah.
I was at the Lakers and the Cavaliers game, and there's a certain other person from Cleveland, and man, I tried to reach out to the nigga through email because I had been a supporter of it. And so I'm like, well, damn, this nigga will respond to an email any other time, and I gave him like a week, 2 weeks notice, damn near. Hey man, on such and such a date, I'm gonna be up there for the game. Hey bro, I wanna hook up chop game with you. I'm gonna buy first round of drinks on me, right? Man, you know this nigga wouldn't respond to my email, and I'm gonna tell you why. I found out later, cause one thing about it, man, if you in the streets talk, and see it ain't nothing because of some of the people I'm connected with in different cities, man, if you really who the fuck you say you are, and you in a certain lane in life, I can find out easy. Period. And man, I did a little homework on dude. And say, bro, I'ma just say this. This nigga is a complete character when he on YouTube. Nigga ain't nothing like what he come across like. You know, and this other person too talking about, style and cologne and all this old fake ass shit, man, and then you trying to come across extra bougie, but hey man, I seen you interacting with faggots. Real talk.
Well, they do say gay men are the best dressed, man. Yeah, as soon as he said that, before he said it, I said I already know who it is. Before he even mentioned it, I knew who it was.
I just gotta say this, bro, because this shit bothers me just to listen to some of this clown ass shit. I'm talking about, and I'm talking. If the hat fits, man, wear it. Period. Don't come on this motherfucker being disingenuous because you got a lot of young brothers listening to you, and that's why I care so much, man. Because I understand the influence that a lot of these guys have in the minds of young men. I know better, and there's plenty of brothers out here who listen just like I do from time to time that know better. But there's a lot of brothers that don't. And I'm gonna go so far as to say probably north of half the people that listen and subscribe to some of these guys, they don't know no better, man. You got too many brothers growing up under single mothers. And as if that ain't bad enough of a scenario, what is it for a guy to come along and set up here and give all this fake ass alpha male advice, and here you are interacting with homosexuals, or here you are, you talking about how player you are, but you can't even handle one bitch that got your kids. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking right now. And listen to me. Any of these niggas, because they might hear this, and I know in the streets, ain't none of these niggas really about to see me. So I ain't worried about that at all. And if they like to, they welcome to contact me. I'll come to them. There ain't no problem. But any of these niggas that want to have a real conversation about this, and we keep it about the influence that they can potentially have in the lives of other young black men, or just men in general. I ain't gonna make it exclusive to black men. Hey man, I'm all for that. Cause I'll spank these niggas in the debate. I'm really from this, man. And like we was talking the other night, I came in on the chat, man, like I'm not real media savvy. You know, I don't fuck with social media, none of that. I'm really outside. But see, I got businesses and things where these niggas always talk about high value males and this and that, right? See, I'm not one to have that combo with, man, because like I said, man, I got residents in 2 different cities. I got 3 vehicles, and I definitely have no shortage of hoes. You niggas can't have a conversation with me. Real talk, and I challenge any of them.
Hey, they said Pimp C alive, C-Dub. They said Pimp C is alive.
Any of them, bro, that want to have that back and forth with me, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I promise you. Any of them. Any of them niggas, man. Any of them. I'm talking about listen to me too, young brothers, because I seen young cats like SJ3. Shout out to him. But I'm gonna say this, man. Cats like Black Ram.
Ron Wills in the building. Uncle Rom in the building.
Hey, check this out. Cats like Black Ram, cats like OG, who just chimed in, Ron Ram. I have a hell of a lot of respect for that man. Cats like BOA, dudes like Opti. I can tell just listening to these brothers, these cats are authentic, and these dudes care about their audience and their subscribers. And yeah, you know, dudes might use it as a hustle to generate some income or whatnot, man. But I can tell these guys are genuine with what they're doing. And all y'all niggas in the chat, listen, y'all need to, hey man, don't fuck with that fake shit. That shit is toxic, and that shit have you niggas out here ruining your lives, man. Don't listen to these clowns, man. Real talk. Don't listen to these clowns. My man Red Pill on here, as young as you is, bro, you dropping some shit. I've listened to you on Offie shit for a while now, several weeks. This man dropping shit. You dig what
I appreciate you, bro.
Some of these other guys, I'm gonna have to chime in. I'm gonna have to chime in on this C Boogie dude, because from what everybody's telling me, he sounds solid too. But man, Black Ram, DOA, and older guy I like to listen to, man, just because I respect this man's intelligence so much.
Hell yeah. Hell
yeah. Brat. Ron Wills put me on to him. Yes, sir.
Real talk. I'm talking to the young brothers, man, who you know, y'all, you might not know any better. You might not be able to really discern the truth from something fraudulent. Man, stop listening to all these niggas, man. Because I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? I sit up there and take up that mantle and take that fight for you. Because I know face to face, see, I want to meet these niggas. You know, we had our first conversation last week where it was me and you one-on-one, right? What's the first thing I told you, bro?
Shit, we chopped gang.
What's the first thing I said to you,
You gave me my respect.
When I come back to San Fran, right?
Oh, you was gonna fuck with me. Yeah. You was gonna fuck with me, yeah.
Because see, one thing I want you to do, because I see you got an audience, right? And niggas fuck with you a certain way, right? So one thing I want you to do, I want you, once you see me, once you see how I rock, once you see how I ride, once you see a couple of them things with me, I want you to come back on your channel and substantiate and validate, oh yeah, C-Dub is who he say he is. You did? A lot of these niggas, man, listen, man, I've seen the Broly and Pacquiao fight. I'm going to say this. There's a certain quote-unquote piece I'm gonna call him what he call his goddamn self. Okay, there's a certain quote unquote P who think he a P, who sat up here and nigga dick ride me every time he see me because he know what's really popping with me and some of my associates. I'ma say that. Okay, man, some of these niggas when they hit different cities. These niggas going to Avis, Budget, and Enterprise, man. These niggas ain't even got a car. Stop listening to these clowns, man. These niggas are on YouTube, wearing cheap-ass suits and putting on different scenarios, and they talk really good. You know, some of them are real articulate. Some of them are street niggas. You know what I'm saying? Some of them coming across like that, but man, listen. These guys are not like that in real life. I'm telling you because I've came across some of them. I've come across some of these dudes, and the person I'm talking about in particular right now, I know him from just being in and out of Vegas. You know,
I know who you're talking about.
Listen, I'm not about to sit up here and drop nothing right now. What I dare any of these niggas to do that might be hearing me right now, or one of the people in the chat, they may send them a message or whatever. I dare them because if they see my photo, you know, they don't know my first name, they don't even know my last name. But if they see my picture and they recognize that, I guarantee you, man, I better stack right now. Ain't none of them niggas about to call in on this panel and try to debunk me. Because they know me.
Point out the lie. Point out the fucking lie, niggas.
I'm gonna just say this again. Some of these guys are really some of these guys really care. And the reason I'm saying this is because I really care, man. I done had years of my life extracted from me due to the criminal justice system, man. And some of this shit these niggas are out here advising brothers to do that are on the illegal side of the fence. Man, stop listening to these niggas because they're going to lead you to a correctional facility, man. Period. If you're on the right side of the law, stay on the right side of the law. Feel your goddamn self. Like, I love Ron Wills, man, because that's all Ron talk about. You know what I'm saying? And like Ron, I don't know what Ron classifies himself to be, but in my opinion, Ron is just a life coach, man. If you really listen to Ron Wills, Ron can help a young brother that's growing up without a father.
Thanks.
And in the black community, man, that's mainly our problem. You know what I'm saying? And once you get to a certain age, man, when you can cut the umbilical cord from mom, and you kind of realize, you know, what it takes for you to be a man and the kind of life you want to live for yourself, man, you gotta, it's good to have a mentor, but you gotta be very selective in who you make that person be. You know, who you choose to speak truth into your life, because a lot of these people are speaking lies into your life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just talking to the youth, man, because I fuck with young dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I care about, because I done been there, I don't want to see young cats behind that wall, man. It ain't nothing fun in prison. Nothing. And these niggas sit up here and tell I listen to some of this shit, and like I say, there's a certain guy, well actually, there's 3 guys that, and I know for a fact that, let me see, I don't want to lie. I know one of them deals with social media real heavy in YouTube. I don't know about the other 2, but these guys pop it and, you know, chop it and they talk they shit and, you know, man, if I didn't know any better, hell, it might even convince me. But man, I know these guys, man, from the street, you know, period, and they're not like this, brother. Some of these guys are sleeping on their girlfriend couches, man. Some of these guys go to different cities and they look like, you know, $10 million, man, but they going to, like I said, Avis and Budget renting a car, man. You know, it ain't what y'all think, man. It ain't what y'all think. Some of them using YouTube as a hustle, and I ain't mad at that. I personally, that ain't my style. you know, what I told you last week, I mean, that just ain't nothing I got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? But all this high back, see, I get sick of that shit. Because what a lot of these cats do, they use that shit there because they done elevated themselves to a certain point. And however they did it is fine. That's cool. But don't talk down on younger brothers and try to exalt yourself at the same time speaking down on them. Because if you want to make this a dick measuring contest, man, I got more than most of these niggas. I'm gonna just be honest with you. And so when I talk to them, the first thing I'm gonna do is say, like I told Oscar, hey man, look, next time I'm in San Francisco, I'm gonna come right across that water to Oakland. I'm gonna hook up with you niggas so you can see who C-Dub is. You did? I want you to see it. I ain't ducking none of these niggas. I want you to see how I super food. You did what I'm saying? Period, man. I want you to see some of the women I walk around with. And I'm gonna let you call it. You know what I'm saying? And if a guy can't really do that to you, man, if niggas ain't really producing receipts to the things that they say they purchased and own, then man, don't believe it. That's all I got to say, bro. I'm out.
That's the mic then. Hey.
Damn.
Let that breathe. Much love. Hey, that was a phone call, nigga. That was so much. Like I said, I feel like the gossip site. Like, well, I just need to start a Manosphere blog. All that tea, man.
But this is sort of what we talk. Well, we don't talk about that other stuff. That 3 minutes he went on talking about the Houston dude. But funny thing is, I looked at the dude and say, you know what, buddy, look a little suspect. But I ain't gonna get too much on that. But we talk about this, how there's no substance, and a lot of these guys don't have the experience. They just simply reading YouTube videos, reading Mikto videos, and coming up and dropping a whole bunch of stuff. And because the guys, they don't know no better.
Dr. Underworld, usually guys only come with one receipt. You feel me? It usually don't be multiple ones in one drop. Usually just
he snapped. He snapped.
Like, another one. Another one.
Ain't gonna be no response to that. Watch. Ain't gonna respond to that. But
you can sort of tell though, because I say, man, a man validates himself internally, not externally. So when we talking about the fashion and the cologne and all that, I was like, okay, I already see it, because that's just not how a man operates. Nigga go out there with some pajamas on and be chill. Nigga be in a hoopty. Exactly. Nigga don't have to have shit, and you still pull and you still feel confident. That's why somebody might say Floyd Mayweather is an alpha. Not to me, because all his validation comes from external factors, and that's not what a man does. A man is one who validates himself internally. And that's why we got less than 3% of men on this planet. Well, at least in America.
And that's the reason why I started my channel, man. There's enough dating coaches out there, relationship experts. I really wanted to focus on the mindset. Like, there's a reason why I decided to choose the name Red Pill Chauvinist. Chauvinist, I emphasize the word chauvinist. I'm a cheerleader or a champion of the Red Pill. That's changing your mindset and not believing in society's narrative and trying to find your own answers. So that's why on my channel I talk about how to get confidence. I talk about, knowing yourself. That's what I emphasize the most. Knowing yourself, because to know thyself is to know thy God. You do 1 + 1 with that. I talk about living in the present. Everything I'm speaking on is mindset. I talk about how, a lot of people out here, we talk about single mothers. So that means there's a lot of people out here growing up without fathers. So I have a series on what your daddy should have taught you. Because, I've met grown people, real talk, because I met, besides, working with the youth and realize they don't have pops, I've met grown men, 22, 25, and certain little things, that your pops would have taught you, they just didn't learn. Something as simple as, like, let's say, tying a tie. You know what I mean? Like, you go into a job interview with a clip-on? Really, family? Damn. You're 27 years old with a clip-on, fam? Because you don't know how to tie a tie. You could even go on YouTube and just, I say all that to say, that's where I feel like that's where I fit in the manosphere is. I'm trying to change your mind, man. I'm trying to be Morpheus, giving you that red pill to change your mindset, man. Because for me, when I changed my mindset on how I saw the world, how I saw myself, when I started looking from the inside out, as opposed from the outside in, bro, your law of attraction, law of everything started happening, man. I told you, I already know where I'm parking before I even get there, because I think about it as soon as I get up in the morning, man. It's the same thing with women, same thing with job interviews, same thing with anything. That's why I say the mind is powerful. you got to be very careful about what you're thinking, man.
That's true, man. You know, like I always say all the time, man, this panel, what you got going on out here is some new, like and they said in the comment, it's some new era stuff. Because
Yeah,
a
man.
lot of these guys, you sit there.
Doing this for a minute now. It's always lit. Y'all think this lit? This is how it always is.
Exactly. Episode 14. Y'all about 13 episodes behind.
And the brothers here have substance, man. Because, you know, I listen to a lot of manosphere stuff, you know, and I don't hear, whenever a man doesn't incorporate the spirit into conversations, everything is dealing with a fleshly level. And he's maxed out at a flesh level and teaching thousands of men to max out at a flesh level. That's a problem. You know, no longer can we sit here and just have these base conversations talking about women, even talking about materials. There is a spiritual side to everything. And if we're going to go to the next level, we need to be able to connect on that thing with everything. You know what I'm saying? With guys who actually understand things from a different level. Look, you talked about Underworld Alpha yesterday in Obsidian. This is why I call them Simp Alpha Strategies. And why I don't listen to Donovan Sharp and none of those fools, because all it is girls, but it's no depth, because they don't even understand the spirit. They don't understand the underworld. They don't understand the dark side desires. You told a dude about the underworld and that woman would sleep with this and this and that. He had no idea. You know what I'm saying? I told one dude he was married to a Delta, and I said, man, he was going to marry a Delta.
That nigga said the high school prom, fam. My head almost blew.
Oh, don't get me started with that, man. We were talking about high school prom and height. Yo, they was comparing height, man. We really talking about height right now, 2019? Nah, man. I didn't understand it. I did. Go ahead. My bad, man.
It was pretty bad, man. But like I said, man, we got some powerful things going on. And if we did a panel versus panel takeover, it would be ugly because there's too much depth, man. Remember when we talked about the sexual stuff? When we talked about the sexual stuff, we were talking about Aleister Crowley and understanding how sex magica can open demons and portals for demons to come in. So how powerful can sex be when you healing a woman? But if you don't understand the spiritual side, everything is just flesh, 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 flesh. You missing so much damn game.
That's only on the root chakra, family. They're only on the first chakra. Ew. Elevate yourself.
Man, them niggas ain't on no chakras, fool. They niggas finished, man. But that's why I respect you guys a lot, because it's a lot of depth here and there's a lot of experiences. It's not just reading a MGTOW book. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta go out and experience, man. Like I said it before, man, you gotta go out and experience. You have to have failures in order to gain your confidence, man. You're not gonna gain confidence just reading a book or watching a program on the internet. You gotta go out in the world. And that's another thing I forgot to say about my channel, what I emphasize. Live life live. When I say live life live, I mean in the present.
In the
moment. Present is a gift. In the moment. Because the past and the future is all in your mind. That's all it is only in your mind. The only thing that's actually really happening is in the present. You know what I mean? Being live, man. So aside from that, I like to say also, live on purpose, man. Everything you do it with a purpose, man. Don't just do it just to do it. Like I said earlier, I asked my friend, why is he dealing with this single mother? Oh, it's just something to do. Something to do? I said, yo, fam, how you know that time you're not spending with her, the $1 million idea could have came to you? Or you could have found an even better chick without a seed. He never even thought of that. I do not like to waste my time, man. My time is the most valuable, my time, because I don't believe time exists. So I say my energy is the most valuable thing that I have that I can give to someone, because I can never get it back, man. So be mindful of your time, people, and your mindset, man, what you're thinking. The only thing that's happening is the present, man. Don't be stuck in the past. Like I said before, I think people stuck in their past because they stuck on the emotion attached to it. You got guys, your fellas, you gotta learn how to control your emotions, man. That even means the past. Whatever pain you having from the past, take it. You taking it as an L, man. You gotta take it as a lesson. You gotta find out what you learned from that situation to move on. Because if not, life is gonna continuously give you that test, man. Point out the lie, man.
Who wanna join my Patreon right now? I give you an autograph money from somewhere. I'm gonna just reach my hand in the bag and just see that's where you're gonna get the money from. I'm gonna autograph it. Join the Patreon. The link is there for you, McCain. Go ahead.
Hey, yo. So we talking about single moms, though, right? right. Let's talk about how, you know what I mean, these single moms have to be raised by somebody to be like that. So I don't know if we got into how, you know, these girls are raised, you know, to basically sell their pussy, like we said, acculturated prostitution. They're taught, like, you know, not even to sell the pussy. Actually, they're taught, you know, they're teaching their daughters, okay, if this guy really likes you, you know, he's gonna date you exclusively. You know, if he really likes you, you know, he's gonna do all these things. But when it comes to the son, is the mother teaching the son how to get around all these so-called pitfalls? Cause I see it in my own family. I have, you know, cousins that have, you know, daughters and sons. They're like in their early 20s, and I'm not gonna lie, the daughters in certain sides of my family, for the most part, they're doing well for themselves, whether it be educational wise or educational and marriage wise. They married well, hypergamously. But the sons, I don't know. Some of them still, you know, still just trying to get a mixtape out. They in college, but still just trying to get a mixtape out, or, you know, just not having a job, still in, you know, mom's basement. And it's like, how is it that the women in the family, the females in the family, are kind of encouraged to do better, but the sons, not so much? Sometimes, I've seen it plenty of times actually, the son is in a single parent home, the son sometimes becomes the husband of the house, becomes the man, the husband of the house by like 6, 7 years old, man. Can we talk about that? A man having to take care of the house, a boy having to take care of the house, be a man of the house by like 6, 7 years old, man. Having to try to son grown men who come and check her moms. Like, wow, man. I can't imagine if my mom had to go through a whole bunch of dudes growing up, man. I can only imagine.
Hey, if y'all not subscribed to my channel, and you'd be surprised. Yo, people will watch this shit and don't be subscribed. Subscribe to my shit so I can hit 6.5K right now. Like, I'm not in the way, man. Some of y'all might not be subscribed. Fucking subscribe to my shit. I know my shit come up in your suggested videos. No, make the commitment to me. Hit the bell. Let me see. Trust me, I know, man.
Yeah, man. I was. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything pertaining to this topic. Go ahead.
Moto Power, man, beam up. What you doing, Moto?
All right. Now, what I was gonna say, my experience with single mothers for the most part came from when I used to tutor back in Philly. You know, I used to do in-home tutoring, and I also used to be a teacher. So, you know, we used to have, you know, parent-teacher meetings. And man, I mean, I can tell you of times where, you know, at the end of my session, my tutoring session, I go to the mother and say, hey, you know, little Raheem, you know, he was acting up a little bit. He really didn't want to do this. He want to do that. Raheem's probably like, let's say, first grade. As I'm leaving the house, I hear the mother say, okay, Raheem, we're gonna go to the store and get you your new Jordans. And I'm thinking, like, what? Like, you're basically rewarding him for, you know what I'm saying, his misbehavior. And I really feel like, you know, that's where there needs to be a balance in the home as far as masculine and feminine energy. I grew up in a two-parent home, and even my mother would never do that, but even if she were to do that, my pops would definitely step in and say, what? He didn't do X, Y, Z. Yeah, I don't know, we ain't getting this, whatever. He's not getting rewarded for that. And we don't have enough of that in the house. And that's why we have a microwave generation where these people want everything instantly. They want this game instantly. They don't want to get out their chair, get off the computer, get out the house and experience this life, man. Play this game. Everything we spit at you, man, you got to wake up the next morning or later on that day and use it, man. This shit got to be a part of you. This is not something that you switch on. That's why I talk about the mindset, man. This is a part of you. This is a part of my life, man. That's why it's hard for me to talk about it, because it's a part of me. It's not something I can dissect because it's me. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk about me often.
Yeah, shit, man. We're going for like 5 more minutes, man. Molly, why don't you end this shit for us?
You know, it is a different dynamic though, but it's all, you know, it's the Willie Lynch program. It's the same thing. You know, the black woman for the most part sees us the same way the white woman does, the white man does, as ownership, something to put to work, and a tool to gain in white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? So what's the difference? She trains her daughter to go take on the world, but she trains her son to be a tool for white supremacy and for her. You know, the son You know, they won't sit there and do homework. They'll do homework with the little girl, you know, and with a little boy, they won't do homework on him. But when it comes to football practice, they'll go ahead and make sure he at practice though. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they live vicariously. So I see kids, and let me say another thing. If you got kids, understand football and basketball and track, these are black dominated sports. Blacks are gods on earth. If you want to dominate and you're a god on earth, why would you join the arena with other gods? You can go ahead and join with the humans. So blacks need to be pushing their kids to get into hockey, soccer, and baseball, and golf, sports that we can dominate, in tennis. We can, you know how many guys who didn't make the NFL could be making millions in baseball? You know what I'm saying? But we just keep going for the same damn narrative. Why? Because it's black women in charge of the home. Go put them in basketball. Go put them in football, where you have a very limited opportunity to make it. So if they treat it like a mule. You go ahead and get in basketball. If you get famous, you get a scholarship. I don't have to pay. You get famous, you can buy me a home. You know, same thing.
And it's funny how that is. Like I think I was telling you before, Freeport, how, you know, Kevin Durant, you know, could say his speech, think his, you know, his single moms for all that, you know, all that she did for him. But when it comes to, and basically I'm saying the single mom gets all the credit, but when it comes to, you know, Pookie and Ray Ray, or the dude holding down the block, or the dude terrorizing the block, I should say, they'll say, oh, it's because the daddy ain't there. So you see how it's like the, you know, how that narrative is, man. It's always the man's fault, man. It's always the man. No accountability whatsoever. But again, that's why I started this whole episode on, we gotta first speak on dudes protecting their seeds, man. We gotta, you can't stress that enough, man. Dudes harvesting their seeds. You can't just be planting your joints in any earth, man. But you know what it is? Dudes don't value their seeds. Goes back to dudes don't value themselves. Yo, let's say it again, and we always say it, man. When you bust a nut, you are letting go. You're busting out your mind, body, and soul, man. Your mind, because a little bit of cerebral spinal fluid is in it. Your body, because you have DNA in it. And your soul, because, you know, y'all can look it up, man. When that sperm actually goes into the egg, there's a spark, a light that happens, a flash that happens, man. That's the spirit entering that egg, man. So protect your seed, man. Stop watching porn, man. Stop wasting your DNA, man. Your mind, body, soul, man.
The people don't value themselves, man. Like you say, the black man doesn't value himself, you know. And why? Let me. I remember we had a chat. I was talking to females on the page, and they were talking about why black men cheat a lot. And I made the point that you got to understand, when you have a society that condemns you, doesn't uplift you, your woman condemns you, doesn't uplift you, the schools condemns you, doesn't uplift you, in society at the bottom. You looking at the white man, he got family vacations, he can have 4 kids, keep the wife at home, and this sort of sets a standard. So on every outlet that we look at, the black man is condemned and not uplifted, show that he has no value, including in our homes from our own women. And when you are perceived to have nothing to validate your manhood, you're not validating your manhood doing work, your woman, career, or society. But when you have a penis, you can always validate yourself through your penis. And this is why I say men need to have validate themselves internally. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just having sex. You understand? We got to put under, and it's a chapter too, so you niggas don't take my shit.
Yeah, that's a new line right there.
We don't just have sex for the physical aspect. We're having sex for the male for the nutrition. This is why a lot of men don't rape women. This is why a lot of men don't just go ahead and take it from a woman, rape or prostitution, because we want the validation that comes from the woman. You understand? It's the nutrition. It's like eating a food. When you rape a woman, it's like eating a GMO food. It has the same taste as sex, but you don't get the validation or the nutrition because it's a GMO food. See, when you sleep with a woman, you're getting the nutrition, the male mothering nutrition, the validation when she's moaning and she's satisfied. We don't do it for the sex. We do it for that. So you have to understand that the dick is tied to the validation. And this is where a lot of men are going wrong. So when we talk about all the out of home, out of marriage bedworks and men sleeping, whatever, and they're just seeking validation through their dicks. A whole bunch of brothers. And this is why it's so important to value yourself. And this is why I say celibacy is key for most men, because you're going to need to learn to validate yourself from something else. Because as a black man in this country, ain't no who else you can get validation from? Maybe your mom, but not your woman, not your job, not your career, not status, not the news. So where do they go? For the dick. Because even a homeless nigga can get validation with his dick. He can feel like a man with his dick. Even two crackheads fucking on a bridge, he making the other crackhead bitch feel like a queen because he laying a dick on him. So we just need to get away from that and validate ourselves based off our knowledge and our manhood and our character and our traits. Because a lot of brothers are validating themselves through dick, and that is the root of all the fuckery in the black community.
Hey, let's just end it right there, man. Appreciate y'all time. Hey, look. This is a cold thing. Y'all didn't get this production. Y'all didn't even notice how we shifted from the fucking Super Friends. This is the Underworld crew. Y'all didn't even see that. Y'all didn't even see that. And Moto's in the chat too. So he count. The only reason why he ain't on the panel, which we was earlier, because he creeping with a bitch. See, we just transcended from one show to another. Y'all didn't even notice. Now this is the Underworld. Now this could be. We could just name this episode 3 when it was just us.
And see Douglas dropped that golden shit on him, man. Damn, man. Word. You might not even be able to post this one after that, man.
It take an artist to blend like that, niggas. If you know as an artist, I just showed you right there.
Ain't gonna be no comeback to that, man. You got too many receipts, man. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
Hey, man, it's a hell of a show. See, Douglas came and dropped. Like, all that shit was new to me. I'm like, word? Behind my shit, like, damn, okay.
Nigga did one of them Nicky Barnes, and he took the whole team down to get himself out of jail.
I was like, oh, shit. Another one. Another one. Another one.
Hey, but we're going to have to do something about this imprint, though, because a lot of, not just what it is, but also rewriting it, because a lot of brothers be asking about that. They don't seem to understand that. They think if you smashing the chick good, it's just penis stimulation that you got her. No, sir.
This is why y'all need to tune in. See what y'all got. Y'all got hella fucking treats, man. Y'all spoiled. We're getting out of here, man. Appreciate y'all, Professor MGTOW, Dr. Underworld. Red Pill Holiness. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just play an outro song, and then y'all just spam the fuck out the chat with y'all channels and shit so they can subscribe to it.
All right, for sure. It was a pleasure, brother. Thank you for having me on, man. Great show as always.
Spam the fuck out of it. It's just how many, who gonna win? Who gonna put their channel in the most?
Word. Yo, peace, Afi, man. Appreciate you. Another great Super Friends episode, man. Peace to the chat, man. Peace to everybody listening on the playback, man. Word, man. Love all y'all.
Yes, sir. You guys can find me on Instagram. That's my primary Instagram, Mr. Freeport or Professor MGTOW. I got both of the names. And here on YouTube, it's Professor MGTOW, which I'm about to put in right here. You boys be easy, man. Enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Hey, I'm so drained. I don't even know what I want to play. Usually I'm on top of this type of shit. Like, oh man. I'm like, all right, you done went everywhere.
You got to play some Pimp C after that C. Douglas shit.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Here we go, man.
Word. That'd be appropriate.
Shout out to you, C. Doug. Let's see. All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what I said. That's appropriate, right? I said, yeah.
Don't be scared.
Let that ride. Let that ride.
Hey, make sure y'all stay on, man. After
yeah, let that ride right there. That whole joint, man.
You heard me, Afi?
nigga shit don't come back right. That's how niggas get pop, trying to get the cheapest price. Watch your paper for tonight. Niggas ain't living right. Keep your pistol fucked right. Niggas out here jacking every night. I keep reminding them when a nigga fuck rain. Big face first, keep the game. Getting the curly and the candy thing. Sitting on leather, gripping the grain.
And make sure y'all stay in this hangout, man, when Afi in the live. I got something to say.
What you say, Steph?
Hey, when you in the live, still stay in the hangout, brothers. We gotta chop it up in at least 5-10 minutes.
Oh yeah, for sure, Scream. My bad to interrupt the music, but he said he would listen to my music and it sounds good. So check the Freeport. I got hella music.
Fuck this shit, nigga. I want to hear one more song.
Fuck it.
Oh shit, this shit fun, man. Talking global game, man. That's all we doing. What's the fucking song? Because I heard him, that's why.
Hey, yo, they've been asking for imaginary players, man. You got to throw that on, man.
That's on the bonus because I already got in my zone for what I want to hear. Sorry, niggas.
All right. No. No worries.
Me first. I'll play it if y'all still on. I'll play it next. We chilling, man. It's like we all together and shit down there.
Yeah, man.
Playing spades, smoking a slip.
Hey, man. Did you end the live yet, bro? Or not?
No?
Nah, don't snap yet.
Man.
I already know where you're going. Don't snap
right.
yet.
Hold it in. Hold up. You vibing right now. We're letting it breathe. We're letting the episode breathe.
Hey, any of y'all play video games?
Yo, I stopped about 2 years ago. I was a Madden head.
Oh, okay. I'm playing this Division 2 right now. Man, I ain't touched my PS4 in like a whole year. My shit is dusty.
You've been on your purpose, man.
I've been on my purpose, man. I just got it from the red box last night. Everybody's talking about it. Let me check it out for see what it is.
Is people still in the chat? I ain't looking at it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I still see playing Music Sunday. Yeah, Stacey Adams by Snoop Dogg. Yeah, somebody SJ3's there. Shout out to SJ3, man.
Shout out to SJ3, man.
Word, man. Player Cruise 2019. Players Trip 2020, man. That's what it's got to be, man.
Yeah, that cruise shit for the birds, man.
Yeah. I don't do the cruise, really. Players Trip 2020.
You don't want to fuck with the cruise? Why not?
And I don't like two reasons. Me personally, I don't like big bodies of water, and I don't like being confined to like one spot, man. I know you get off the ship and all that, but I don't know. That's just me, though.
I'm not a cruise either, man, because for the price, you can go ahead. Right now, they got that China trip, 8 days, hotels and flight included, $600, bro.
What I'm saying?
A cruise gonna cost you more than that, man.
Hell yeah,
$600.
Yeah,
man.
$600, man.
Yo, this traveling stuff is not expensive, man. If you know the right people.
Freeport. I want to for my birthday, man. I want to go to Thailand, man. That's one of my goals.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna be a dope one.
Yeah, that's where I want to go, bro. Cause when I was in Denver, one of my homegirls, you know, this white chick, she was telling me, man, she stayed out in Thailand for like 3-4 months. She said she was paying like $200 a month on her crib or some shit like that, because it's cheap out there.
Yeah.
I guess the US dollars is cheap out there.
Shit.
That's what it's about, man. You can live good out there, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, dudes got to get out of that mindset of America.
We get into another conversation. Hey, yo, STEPISCOLD, real quick. Yo, Medellin, Colombia, man. The cost of living it's like $380. So let's round it up. For lack of a better term, $400 a month for cost of living. Now, cost of living, that includes housing, food, education, transportation, all that stuff, man. For $400 a month.
Quick, Steph, did you want to end the screen? Did you want to end the stream for a reason? Did you have something you had to say privately?
Yeah, but we can keep it going.
All right, let me play the song then. And
no, we can keep it going though. We keep it going. Hell yeah, I got something to say privately. Shit. But
I already know.
But yeah, man. One of my you said $400 a month, bro. That's what that ain't shit.
Yes.
That's
cheap. And you have no idea what you're getting with that bread, though. Now you have to see what you're getting with the bread to really know.
Yeah, because I know
about.
that view. I know that view is probably nice.
Woo!
Yeah.
The view, the
hey,
food,
how's
the
food
people.
down there? The food is the food
excellent.
down there good?
Excellent, man. No complaints.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to Thailand, man. I always wanted to go there, bro, because I like animals. I like elephants and shit. I like that culture and shit, so I'm definitely gonna go down there. I might just stay in the Airbnb or something. I don't know. Hey, we all gotta chop it up offline about the traveling, because I need to get more knowledge on that, because I need to get put on game on that shit.
Yeah, I straight do Airbnb, man. I like to be amongst the people, man, in the hood, in the pueblos.
In the pueblos. Yes, sir.
You said in the pueblos?
Yeah, in the pueblos, man. That's where it's really at. Yeah. I remember my first time in Medellin, I took this is the crew I run with, man. I took the Pablo Escobar tour, and we in Pablo Escobar's like hood, where they actually got like a mural, like a spray painting of this dude's face. So I went to tap my man's. Like, oh, yo, this shit is crazy right here. This dude is already across the street, looking through, a gated fence, trying to holler at a chick in one of the stores, man. I'm like, yo, this dude over here, man. That's another thing I speak on my travel vlog is you got to be careful on who you travel with, man, because, you got not this particular dude, but you got some dudes. Let's say you go with a married dude. That's going to be the dude that's always going to be at you like, yo, that girl look good over there. Yo, you should holler at her. Yo, that chick look at yo, bring a call over here. Like, yo, my dude, like.
That's just a blueprint.
I'm not your.
That's just a blueprint.
Yeah, I know it is. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. You got to be mindful of. You got to be mindful of who you going on your trip with, man, because it might, it might slow you down just a little bit. It ain't gonna slow you down completely, but it might slow you down a little bit.
Shit, they gonna be looking at us. The fuck, shit.
Exactly, but he doesn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So, or you might have them dudes that stand on their wallet. You know what I mean? Everywhere they go, they're just buying things for all these chicks and this thing. It's like, damn, son. So they looking at you. They looking at you because they believe birds of a feather flock together. So they're looking at you like, yo, what up? And I'll be looking at them up and down like, yo, you got the wrong one, man. It ain't over here. Yeah, but funny thing is, that's the shit that gets them wet though. Yeah. Wet though. You know what I'm saying? When you tell them no.
All right, man. Listen, I'm in this. I'm in the broadcast for real this time.
You sure, bro?
Yeah, right.